Okay, y'all. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We got some people in here. What's up, Straight Dog the Exposer? My guy. Um, Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This is the second episode of the conversation. Uh, Grown folk talk. Relations and relationships. Um, and I wanted to specify that really quick as far as relations and relationship, because we're going to be talking about relationships on the show, and we're going to be talking about just straight getting down with the get down. Spot check news. What's up, man? I would like to introduce the people on the show. My co-host, Mrs. Eliza Havoc, in the building, and my one of my panelists, my sister from another Mister, Miss Wilson. Uh, Ladies, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing today?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
um, so I think I ruffled a little feathers. I had put a post with the basically what the show is categorized is um I don't know if a lot of people know about the City Girls. The City Girls are the definitely a modernized women who a little bit radical. No, not a little bit. A lot of radical, and they say definitely what's on their mind. And they are a rap group, I believe, out of Miami, Miami,
Mhm.
Florida. Oh, hold on, hold on, let me turn that down. Sorry, my bad. I believe they are, yeah, a rap group out of Miami. Oh, we got another co-panelist, Miss Tay Pretty.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Tay Pretty, how are you? Welcome. I'm
Hello. Can you hear me?
th- I
Yeah.
can't hear you. I can hear you just
Okay.
fine. Can you hear me?
I'm
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry I got last minute notice.
We black. It's all right. We could do that. We could do
Right,
that.
right,
We
right.
got. It's all good. We could do that. It's all right. Uh, I wanted to. Did you want to acknowledge some of the people in the chat? For being here, Miss Queen of the show, Mrs. Havoc. Can you acknowledge some
Hello.
people in the chat real quick? In the
Yes.
chat,
I just
real
want to
quick.
sit there and say, "Hey, stray dog, how you doing? Hi, slow burner. Mwah." I'm pretty sure my husband will be here pretty soon. Hello, Denver, Mr. Denver Metro Audits. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be end up having authority check for prisons in here as well a little bit later.
Oh boy.
Um,
Oh boy.
Yes. AC is my guy though. AC is my guy, but this might not exactly be his type of show, but then again, it very well may be.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that's tuning in. And there's my sister from another Mister right there, Miss Shathina Jackson, that's also in the chat.
Okay. I see. How you doing, Miss Jackson? If you're nasty. Um.
Oh yeah, that's
I hear
definitely
you.
her
I see.
name.
How y'all doing?
Um,
Hey, well, the title of the show is called City Girl Ideology. Will it get you married and will it keep you married? Okay. We got and I got lyrics. Okay, I got lyrics
hmm,
for. I'm bringing.
he
Look, I
said he got
came today. Okay. All
I
right.
should
and
have looked up those lyrics.
Oh
right.
Lord, I was reading them today. And I'm
I
like, what
looked up
the
those lyrics.
fuck? I'm
You
like,
Yes,
hear?
he's
really?
You're
definitely
gonna have to share some of the
But
lyrics you need
whatever.
tonight.
We gonna
mm,
get into it. We going. Oh Lord. This show
Lord.
gonna be litty lit lit. Please tell your friends, tell everybody. But before we get started, if you like what we do here at the conversation, with grown folks, please, donate. Support the channel. You can go to my Cash App, and Eliza, if you can, put your Cash App in
oh
the chat.
yes, definitely.
Um, and I'll try to make sure I have that in the description as well next time.
Okay.
Um, Just send that to me next time. I'll just have that in the description, so you don't even have to put that in there.
All
If you want to support the channel, and if you love what we do over here, because at the end of the day, we have real conversations, we have real discussions, and I honestly, I am an alpha male. I am a traditional male. I like structure, but I want to have the conversation. I want to have the conversation, and I want to. There's too many people that are single to me, and I want to see more people in relationships. I used to hook people up in high school all the time. I used to be the hookupper. You know what I'm saying?
I did too until I realized that
Me
y'all
too.
wanted to smash. That was it.
Shit, I was really.
Nah, I
Oh, you
always
like
hooked
her?
up people.
Yeah, bro, I'm feeling her, but I don't know if she. Look, bro, say no more. That's the homegirl. Yo, what's up?
Um,
Old boy over there in the corner. He like you. That's my
right.
nigga right there. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he
Uh-huh.
like me? Yeah, girl, girl, you been feeling you for like a
Uh-huh.
whole year. Really? I said, yeah, a whole year, girl, even in the summertime. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? Like, but all right, let's get started. Let's get started. So the question
Hold
of
on.
yeah.
Mr. DJK, dot
Oh,
before
I'm
we go
sorry.
ahead
Go
and
ahead.
get
I'm sorry,
started,
Miss Co-host. Go ahead.
I just wanted to introduce my one of my other best friends. I have whenever it comes to best friends, understand I do not use that term lightly. These are
Okay.
people that honestly I truly trust.
Okay.
And for somebody like me that says so much. So to everybody
Okay.
who's out there watching, my two best friends, we've already sat there and talked about Shakina that's in the chat, but I want to sit there and say Tay Pretty. That's right there. Yes, that's one of my best friends. We grew up together and my mother had a hand in raising her as well as Miss Jackson, especially when she's not being nasty because my mama was firm with a belt. I'm just saying. But um
Okay.
but yes. So these are some of the people that I consider the closest people to me. These are some of the people that influence me. So for those
Okay.
people who are wondering how you get good women surround good women.
Mm.
Amen
And
to
these are
that.
some of the good women that I'm surrounded with. So I just want to
Okay.
go ahead and do that as an introduction. I do
You the
I
appreciate it.
love
sweetest.
that, and I appreciate that shout out.
You're
So
so sweet.
we're talking about the city outlet, but before we get to that question, I got a question that is in correlation with the subject matter, ladies. My question for you, and I'm gonna go one by one. Uh, do single ladies keep lingles? I'm sorry. Do single women keep women single?
Mm.
Ooh,
Eliza,
yeah.
Eliza, you can go ahead and pick who you want to go first, since you're the co-host.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say Miss Wilson because my girl Tay, I know we are very, very outspoken and very verbal. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it to Miss Wilson first. I'm just gonna let it simmer for a little bit. Go ahead, Miss Wilson.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I think single women keep women single? No, I don't think that if you're single and even if you've been in a healthy relationship before, you're not opposed to seeing your friends and people that you genuinely care about in a healthy relationship. Like for me, when my friends in relationships, if they talk to me and vent to me, my first thing, I'm never going to just be like, leave him. Like, unless, you know what I'm saying, he beaten or it's all crazy or something like that. I don't agree with that because as a single woman, I definitely encourage my friends in relationships, in marriages to figure it out, stick it out, and work it out if it's worth it. I'm like, I'm not the type that's like, you're single, you can be single, it's okay. Like, no, if you have something good and it's worth it, do what you need to do to hold on to it. If it's not worth it, I'm going to say that as well. And I don't think my status has anything to do with me if I was to tell another woman, like, that's not a healthy relationship. You should leave. It would never be based on because I don't have anyone. I love to see my friends and family in successful relationships, even though I have not mastered having a successful relationship myself.
Okay, we gonna get to that later.
That was
And
good.
go ahead, Miss Co-host.
All right, hold on, Miss Tay. I want to hear her viewpoints.
Okay, Miss Tay.
Let's be real. I mean, all of that was all cute and everything, and you can have like the best friend in the world, and people really, in reality, people want what you got. Like if you're happy and you're in a committed relationship, after a while, other people's misery just kind of weighs in. You got to always keep in mind that people want to see you doing good, but not better than them. you know
Mm,
I've learned to not even put my friends in my relationship. If we got problems, that's between me and him. I don't want nobody to develop an opinion about my man at all, because like I will fight you, if you have something negative to say about who I'm dealing with. Sometimes people throwing out opinions, and that's the opinions. They don't even realize that people take other people's opinions seriously, and
I agree.
their thoughts. You might not even been thinking about this, but your friend put this in your mind. Now it's on your mind, and you're not really communicating with your man. You're
Mhm.
communicating with your friend, with her miserable ass over here. She want what you got, even though she says she doesn't. Everybody want to be happy, and I'm also in agreement that some people are totally content with being single. But at the end of the day, don't tell me they don't got no sneaky linker. They don't got nobody that they be calling just to, just for a little bit of companionship at the end of the day. And then you can just go back to being, I don't have to worry about what you're doing. I don't have to worry about that. So I do think that the single friend, I be trying to hang around people with like husbands and stuff in real committed relationships. But that's just me.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you.
one.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just feel like minds need to stick together. Not because you coming down here. Not because I just be like, oh, you don't have a man, so I don't want to hang around you. It's just that people are selfish and they want you all to themselves when they really consider you a friend. And a lot of females don't know how to be a real friend without being all extra, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's
Well,
major
so
points
you
in that.
agree? You would. So you feel that you do agree with this with with the question, I guess.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
mean, they opinions.
Okay.
You don't opinions.
Okay.
Sometimes people just need you to shut up and listen. But
Uh,
then you go putting somebody else in your shit,
There we go. All right, Miss
you know?
Eliza.
my opinion on that is, I kind of agree with both ladies. I'm not saying that everybody would, I'm not saying that everybody would be there to sabotage your relationships, but me personally, when I sit there and consider somebody a friend, that's because we've been through some things and I've been able to sit there and express my opinions and things of this nature. And even in doing so, they have not crossed the boundary lines of, oh, well, I don't like your man, but here on the secret, whenever, he sound kind of good, so let me sit there and try to holler at him. Because that
Right.
is something that a lot of people tend to do. Me personally, I, like I said, I agree with both. Um,
No, 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 no. It got to be one or the other. It
okay.
got to be one.
So
Nope, nope, nope.
here, well,
We
then
ain't.
let me go ahead and choose. Let me go ahead and choose.
We got to choose.
Um,
This is objective.
all right, then my opinion would be, a lot of times like minds need to stick together because at the end of the day, if you tend to surround yourself with single people, you tend to get comfortable and start to
Uh-huh.
portray single people acts. And if you're in a relationship, then that can become problematic. And whenever you're in a relationship, a lot of us, a lot of times we just think about love, but part of having a loving relationship is considering the other person's feelings, and they don't want you out there, sitting there and making them look bad. But not only that, they also don't want to feel like now they have something to worry about because of your friends. A lot of times, well, at least with a lot of men, I know that they don't like, married women hanging out with their single friends for this exact reason. Um, Now I have a lot of friends that are single, but one of the things that I make sure to do is when it comes to venting about my husband, I don't vent to my single friends about my husband. And the main reason why is because of this. When you're venting, especially when you're venting to your friends, they're going to remember exactly what you tell them. So even if you
Yep.
all mend your relationship, a lot of times we don't sit there and express that to our friends. So whenever you mend your relationship and everything is going good, and then you go back to venting to your friend when things are not going so great, they're remembering everything you said. So from the
Mhm.
moment that they meet your guy or your girl for that matter, oh,
Turn it down.
sorry, that was me. Hold on, sis. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this phone call real quick. But
All
for
right,
a
so
lot
I'm
of,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I just agree that with a lot of people, whenever you're sitting here venting to your friends, they're not seeing that. So all of a sudden, when your friends see this person, they automatically don't like your friend, or they automatically don't like your partner. They automatically don't want to hear anything they got to say. They have already made a prejudgment of your partner based on what you have sat there and said whenever you were not in the best moods. And honestly, I don't think that's healthy for you or
Okay.
them. So I have to agree with Tay.
Okay. So you agree with the question.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So that's two out of one. All right, my opinion. I agree with the question. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I didn't even when I was single, but I had a mentality of wanting to be in a relationship and wanting to that was my goal, one of my goals as far as that, and being in a healthy relationship. I hung around married people, you know. I hung around married people and got information. Shut up and listen and uh, I read different type of books and stuff like that. But if I'm just around my single friends who have that mentality, is just kind of to hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on that. Then it's gonna be harder for me to really take or be in that atmosphere to where I want to be in a relationship, and I'm out here with the guys just slanging and dangling, you know what I'm saying, and knocking them
Mhm.
down, and I really want to be in an actual relationship. So I would have to agree. I think it is it's with the fellas too. Yeah, single guys keep guys guys single. So in my opinion,
Definitely.
so
Sorry, that
all
was a
right.
business call, guys. I do apologize. That
And
was
thank
my sister. She's talking
Mexican
about.
long hair is in the building. Thank you, Mexican long hair, for being here.
Hello, what's
Mark
up, Double
Wilson,
H? How you
uh,
doing?
Jen Wow, thank you for being here. Miss Judd, how are you? Judd. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're having a conversation. Uh, is it going to be an easy conversation? Possibly not. But I wanted to now that we got that established, I wanted to move on to the next subject, and the subject is we're going to read some lyrics.
Ooh, okay.
I got two lyrics, okay, and I'm gonna let y'all choose, and I'm gonna let the females choose which one of what artist you want me to do. Okay, we got
Okay.
City Girls Act Up, and then we got Belle Biv DeVoe Poison. Which one
Mm,
you want to go over first?
poison.
Poison.
That's my shit. I'm sorry.
Miss Tay, which one you want to do?
I've never heard poison, so yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh, girl.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we can definitely do poison. That's fine.
Poison. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
do
that's fine.
poison. All right. So give me one quick sec. Let me load it up real quick. Um, we're not gonna play it because your copyright strikes and stuff like that. But we
Right.
had lyrics. Um, hold on, let me bring it up real quick, y'all. Here we go. Uh, 1 second. Slow. There you go.
I
Come
mean,
on.
can we also? I do have a request, DJ K Dot. Can we also throw the lyrics to WAP in here too?
Yes.
Because I know there's one
Ooh,
set of lyrics that I definitely
we
want to sit there
can.
and
We
touch
can.
on.
Absolutely, we can. We surely can. I didn't even think about that. Uh oh. Here we go. All right.
All right.
Can you guys see the lyrics? Okay.
Um,
Can you
kinda.
guys see the lyrics? All right.
Um,
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna have to pull them up on my screen.
Do you want to pull it up on yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull them up on my screen. Hold on.
Yeah, that is a little. Ooh, good lord. Okay.
And I feel like my screen ain't much bigger than yours.
You just let me know when you're ready, and I'll pull it up.
All right, no, I'm ready. I see it says which part are we? Which we're doing the first paragraph or the
Denver
first
Metro
line.
artist said he can see it, but I'm on my TV. So,
Right.
let me see if I can try to zoom in on it. Maybe there's
I love me some India
oh, there
Irie,
it
y'all.
is. It's
So
a
if y'all
zoom.
hearing
It's a
my
zoom.
phone going off, I love me some India Irie, y'all. So
There we go. There we go. I can zoom in.
there we
There we go.
go. There we go. I
Is
like
that
it.
better?
Okay. Yes, much better.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. The song is called Poison. Very popular song by the group Belle Biv DeVoe. They were
Yes.
also the members and current members of New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think when did that song come out? 90,
Poison.
91, 92? I could be wrong.
Um, I want to say
No, 1990. Right here.
okay.
Yep, it came
There we
out
go.
1990. Released 1990. There we go. All right. So, did you want to do the honors, Miss Co-host, and read the lyrics real quick, and
Um,
I'll read the other half.
oh, sure. Says poison. Yes, watch a man of freedom for a fact. Uh-huh. um, okay,
Oh,
so
you know
that's
what?
whenever they're talking.
Let's get to the main part. This is where they
Oh,
talking.
right, that's
There we
they're
go.
talking.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. This one right here.
Okay. Girl, I must warn you. And I'm trying not to sing it. I sense something strange in my mind. Yeah, your situation is serious. Let's cure it because we're running out of time.
Okay.
Um, it's all so beautiful. Relationships, they seem from the start. It's also deadly when love is not together from the heart.
Mm.
Now, here's the part that everybody recognized. It's driving me out of my mind.
Right.
That's why it's hard for me to find. I'm trying not to sing
Okay.
it.
I'm sorry.
Can't
I'm in.
get it out of my head.
Uh huh.
Miss her, kiss her, love her. Wrong move. Wrong move, you're dead. That girl is poison. Now, a lot of times, whenever you listen to the song, you'll hear miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is poison. Underneath it, it'll say wrong move, you're dead. So
What?
anybody that
And that's the one I when I seen that I was like, that's what they said.
mm-hmm,
Like wrong move, you're dead.
mm-hmm. I mean,
Wrong move.
It
Whoo, let's talk
poison.
about that. What did you get from that? I don't care who starts. What did you get from that?
Well, me, I know the song, and honestly, I love the song because whenever I heard it, I ain't gonna lie, it was they was spitting real shit. If you end up getting the wrong girl while you're sitting here and trying to be in a committed relationship, she out there doing the uttermost.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sit there and fall in love with her, but baby, if it's not from the heart with both of y'all, aka if your love is not reciprocated from the jump, nah, are you gonna end up being as a tool? That's it.
Mm.
And that's why it's called poison. You'll lose your heart in trying to do what you think she needs when she's not there for the same reasons as you are from the get-go. Ulterior
Right.
motives.
Right. Denver Metro artist says, "I love that song."
Me too. That's why I was trying not to sing it.
You know what? I absolutely
Go
love
ahead,
that
Miss Wilson.
song. I absolutely love the song, and all these years I thought I've been singing it from beginning to end, but now
Uh huh.
looking at these lyrics, I'm like, I don't be saying none of that. Like,
Right.
I didn't
I
have none of
don't
that in my
know
head.
what I be saying, and I'm just kind of like, definitely know the song, but I definitely do not say these words. So I don't know what I say
I
that
mean,
Right.
I don't.
that's
But
crazy. So, but just off of just knowing the song and what it's about, it's yeah, basically what she said. Like she's poison. It says it right there. Never trust a big butt and a smile. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I
but it's
always liked
just
that part because I didn't have no booty, so I was like, "Oh, I'm
see,
safe."
see, not even talking about me.
Miss Tay
Miss
Pretty,
Tay.
what is your thoughts? What is your thoughts on this first half of the song? Well,
Hmm.
what's your thoughts, Tay?
Um, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We always be wanting somebody that ain't good for us, man, and they literally be like poison to us. Like
Hmm.
shit. I always say we always want something that we shouldn't have or can't have.
Hmm.
It's the thrill,
Okay.
man. That's it.
It's the thrill of the chase.
Get
That's
you in the
right.
head, man. The
This-
thrill of the chase ain't been going nowhere with that. And if you do, you ain't going too far.
I mean, but but in all seriousness, they was spitting jewels
Hmm.
to young men out there. Like, look, I mean, you can lead in. Your eyes can deceive you because you have to understand men are physical creatures. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm sorry, visual creatures. But that's what attracts us is the physical. And so when I've had conversations with some females, and they would be like, "Well, why they always looking at?" Well, that's what gets us. That's what gets our attention. That's what like, okay, she all right. I think I can. I'm gonna try to shoot my shot. But will it keep us? That's the thing. Will it keep us on your looks alone? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have. This is what I'm saying. Those are tools. The big butt and the smile are tools
Mm.
that the women that we're attracted to possess. But will that particular tool keep us in a relationship, a committed relationship with you? Because I believe there is a skill level that you have to have to be in a relationship. The skill level. There's a skill level that you have to have to be in a relationship.
You're freezing up, K Dot.
And I think
Yeah, you're freezing
uh
up on it.
are we good now?
Yeah, we're good now.
I'm okay. I don't
Hmm.
know. We good? Okay. So that's my opinion on the first part of the lyrics. I'm gonna go into the next part of the lyrics. Um, Me as a male reading this scares the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I, I He's like, oh my god, there's women out here like that. Oh my god. Um, but we just you throw a fresh beat on it. You
Hmm.
throw some falsettos, and it's a hit song. But they was really spitting. Like, look, we trying to tell you, don't fall for the okie doke. You know, be better pickers if you want a relationship. Um, these are the type of women that's for the streets. Um, and we got to keep them there. Let's see. All right, so I think you already read this. The poison deadly is slow. Oh, okay, okay. Poison deadly moving it slow.
It's slow.
Looking for a mellow fellow like DeVoe. Getting paid late, so better lay low. Scheming on hots, my end, the pro show. The
Mm.
the low pro hot should be cut like an afro. Oh, this is when they're rapping. Okay,
Oh yeah.
okay, this is when they're rapping.
Hmm.
Matter of fact, hold on. I think I skipped. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I skipped. Didn't I skip?
Yeah.
I
I
did.
think you did too. Yeah.
I think I skipped. Okay, there we go.
If I
Here
were
we
you,
go. Here we
I'd
go.
take
Here we go.
precaution.
Oh,
And that's exactly how you said it.
hold on. Wait a minute. I don't think that. If I were you, I'd take precaution
Precaution. Hmm.
before I start to leave fly
Nah,
girl.
girl. Hmm.
Okay, cause in some portions you'll think she's the best thing in the world, and this is when the eyes, fellas,
She's so fly.
you be like, oh, she can't do no wrong. Look at that body. She's talking to me. You know what I'm saying? She's feeling me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the energy's flowing. She's so fly. She'll drive you right out of your mind. Steal your heart when you're blind. This is what I was just saying, y'all. I was saying blind. You got fellas, don't be blinded by this. Beware, she's scheming. She'll make you think you're dreaming. You'll fall in love and you'll be screaming, dream,
Dreaming. Hmm.
dreaming.
Yep.
Woo, woo.
Honestly, that's it right there. Honestly, she'll sit there and do everything that she knows you'll want. And here's the thing that I learned. Matter of fact, my husband and I, we were sitting there having a conversation about this not too long ago with one of his exes. And
Okay,
we were sitting there talking about a persona. A lot of people, whenever they start relationships, they will put on a persona, sit there and try to be the best version of themselves. Okay. For narcissists, a lot of times they try to mimic you, and the things and the aspects that you love about you. But with a lot of people, we don't present our entire self. We present our best selves. Okay. But here's the thing. Whenever
right.
you are whenever all of that is not natural to what the other person needs,
Okay.
a persona will only last so long. And afterwards, you start to get the real version of people. Okay, so
Mm.
I know people understand when I say that.
No.
After the what do they call it, the honeymoon phase,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
then real aspects, real personality traits start to come through and show through. It's not so much, oh well, let me not do this so that he's not offended or she's not offended. I give you guys a perfect example, and this is one that a lot of comedians use as a joking thing, but this is perfect example. A lot of times, whenever women are in new relationships, they tend not to pass gas around their guys, and then after so long, we just start farting every fucking where. Because I mean, shit, we feel like shit. He know us. He comfortable. We're comfortable. Hi, Ellie. Um,
Hey,
but
Ellie love.
But after a while, we just sit there and start, pooping, farting, this, that. We don't care. We'd be in the car, windows raised up, sitting there and trying to kill somebody with our scent and all kind of stuff, you know, shit like this. But that's actually a perfect example. And we can laugh when we're sitting here talking about passing gas, but on a more serious note,
Mhm.
jealousies, insecurities, things like this start to flare up. And honestly, I agree with the song. A lot of times, whenever things are good and they're new, oh, honey, a lot of people they'll sit there and make you think they're a fucking dream,
Okay.
and honestly, don't even realize that it's a fucking black widow that's literally just sitting here and waiting for you to get deep enough in that web so they can sit there and and captivate your ass. So I mean, I'm not saying that's all women though, but
Okay.
and matter of fact, let me
No,
let me
not all
let me
women. No.
clarify. Let me clarify. I'm not saying that this is just women. This is women and men. This is everybody out there. So the
Mhm.
floor is yours,
Use the
K.
boogies
I'm
and
sorry.
okay, but here's the thing. And here I want to be very clear. I advocate for good men. I do not advocate for Pookie and Ray Rays and fuck boys and trap Nick. I don't advocate. I'm talking about good men that take care of their families, that are who are pillars in their community, that can look to themselves in the mirror every day and be okay with themselves, who are healed and not causing other trauma to other, not just women, but
Other
their male
people included.
peers and their,
Hmm.
their counterparts as well. So I want to be clear. That's who I advocate for because these men want to be in relationships. Okay. Because a lot of there's a few women that be like, oh, I can't find no good men. No, they're out there. I want to be clear, and these are facts and statistics, and I encourage anybody to look them up. 54% of and we all black on this panel, so this is the black content, and but uh I want other people to understand that uh just so because I really do care about the male black image. Um, the thing is, 54% of black males are childless and unmarried. 38% is uh is actually married with children. 16% are the Pookies and Ray Brays, the ones that don't take care of their kids and out here just doing whatever they want. Um, I want to because we I'm tired of getting that stereotype, and I want it to be factual, and we deal with facts here on this show, and I want people to be educated on that because that's what the media has portrayed that as far as the negative black images on males, black males, and I want to be very very clear on that particular part because I do care about the black male image. So, and it's great. Mark Wilson says sounds like Instagram girls. The song. Um, uh, Tay, what do you feel about those lyrics?
Um,
What do you feel about that second part of the
I
lyrics? Like,
mean,
what did you ever really pay
I
attention to the
mean,
song like that? Like,
I think she
yeah,
said
I
she never
remember her
heard
song. I
it.
don't know that song. I did hear that song. I just didn't know who was the song by
Hmm.
actually, but I do know the song. Um,
okay, okay,
I've actually been that girl before to a couple people.
mm,
It's definitely like a hidden
okay,
motive. Like I tell my man all the time, like I ain't shit. I'm shit because I want to be. You know, we all definitely choose. We be knowing what we be doing, finessing. This is what she did to him. She finessed him. She got
okay.
in that mind. And she might just be a pretty girl. It ain't her fault that she was blessed with a big butt, or if she bought it, whatever. Um, at the end of it, I'm a realist. We didn't
Okay.
all like finesse somebody out of some shit that we didn't want before, that we wanted, and we didn't want to pay for it, or we needed it, or whatever the case may have been. It's it's really sad because you can get people who really, like you and want to be with you and everything, but seeing you get like signs or something, like maybe because I'm older now, a lot of that
Okay.
shit just don't fly. But back then, just being intrigued, by a person, thinking that I was in love, but I really was in lust. I like the way you smiled. I like the way you looked. I like the way you smelled. I like what kind of feeling I got around you. You know, all of that.
Mhm.
The problem is people don't pay attention to what they need to pay attention to because they so in awe. You know, that person can't do no wrong. Yeah, they can do wrong. They've been doing wrong since day one. You just ain't even you just ain't thought about paying attention to it.
Right.
They done told you so many damn lies
Right.
and don't care.
Okay. Okay.
You
Miss
know,
Wilson, my sister. What do you feel? What do you feel about these lyrics? These second part of the lyrics. These are strong. What
I
do you
mean,
feel
like
about it?
it's exactly what she said, just using what you got to get what you want
Mhm.
and knowing what your motive is behind it. Knowing like, I know I'm lying, but and it's a choice. Like, you don't accidentally be this person. So like she said, it's a choice that you make.
Um, I like that, and I'm going to go a little bit further with it. I think that as women, this is something that we are taught at an early age because other
By
women,
who?
we're a lot of times we're taught this by other women as a survival tactic.
Mm.
Initially we could be taught this um, with the mindset of if you ever get into a situation that can be seen as predominantly harmful, in an abusive situation, in a kidnap situation, and anything like this, cater to what they want, cater to their needs. Try to get them to see you as a human. Try to get them to see you as something more in some cases. And a lot of times as women, especially with the ways that the world is changing, and it's not exactly mom's world or grandma's world anymore. You know, we utilize these same skills to get what it is that we want, and like Miss Wilson said, we don't just look up and just stumble over. Oh my goodness, I just sat there and found this. I had an epiphany, and I found this wonderful revelation yesterday that if I sat there and I want something, maybe I should sit there and just show a little leg, show a little leg, show a little thigh, and boom, I can get it. This is
Mm.
not something that we stumble upon. This is something that we understand. I mean, there's many ways to say it using womanly woes. Um, I mean, that is one of the old school terms that I've heard that literally is exactly what the lyrics are talking about. If you want to achieve a goal and you are looked at as a female or as a woman, a lot of times naturally over sexualized, then use that sexuality to our benefit. Um, so I mean,
Okay.
I agree with Miss Wilson.
Okay.
And I think
Um.
just to elaborate a little more on what she said about like it coming down from like the older generations, like the older women, kind of being like, this is what you do. I feel like it's not only do the women get that from the older women, you get it from the men, but not verbally. You know what I'm saying? And you see that in healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. Like you see, all right, grandma got to do this and grandpa gonna do this. Grandma gotta and auntie gonna, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. The like. So I feel like there's a balance to it, but it definitely is instilled in us as little girls, and it does come from more than one angle, because even like I said, even if it's in a two-parent household, it's still sometimes the same dynamic, even though it's not as openly done or overly sexualized. It's still the same thing. You doing something for something.
Okay.
Like think of it, the joke, like the joke when a mother says, "Ha, I ain't get this ring for nothing."
Hmm.
It's all jokey. You know, they're healthy. They're in a healthy relationship, but they're still minutely installing that in the children, and that's something that we don't think that deep into it about. I
Hmm.
think.
There are things I have to do or things I have to sacrifice to get what I want. So yes, I
Hmm.
agree.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a few of the comments because
Hold
people
on.
are
Did we
vocal.
give Miss Tay a chance?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did we give Miss Tay a chance? Oh,
Oh yeah, we. Oh, where'd she go?
I guess she'll be back in a few moments. I
Okay.
guess.
We got a comment from Big Bob Grows. Thank you, sir, for being here. Um, a woman should act a certain way to attract a husband.
I
Um,
agree with
Um,
him, but every man wants a different type of wife.
thank you. I was about to
So
say.
how do you act? You know what I mean? Like
mm,
every man,
yeah.
some men, what?
No, you go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm gonna go after you. No, no, no. I want
It's just
because I want
all
to answer
women
your
are
question.
different. Like the women that okay that we see, and you know they're like they got their botox, they got their boobs, they got their butt, they got their weave, they got their, you know what I'm saying. And in my the field that I work in, I see these women every day that they're, I'm not going to say they're ugly to me, like I mean to
Mhm.
me they're not the best, and you know they got their stuff going, but they're married and their husband happily pays, and their husband like, and I'm sometimes I do get to talk to these husbands and they're like, I love when my wife gets surgery. I love, and in my mind, I'm like, what? I thought men like natural. I thought, but no. So it's like it depends on the man and what they are attracted to.
Okay, so
I,
I can answer that question for you.
mhm.
Um, the man that you just described, as far as him, oh, I like my wife, getting surgery and stuff, whatever, pleases her,
Mhm.
those are simps. And the reason why I say that, because ain't no, just being honest, alpha male, we like natural. We don't like the
I
whole.
have to disagree with you.
I,
You can't
I,
tell
I,
someone
I'm
Um,
what
gonna
else
tell
they
you
like.
I'm gonna tell
agree.
because the thing that we're dealing with right now is that a lot of modernized women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional. So that's the truth. So you want me to be a protector, provider, and all that type of stuff for you, but then I don't get no cooperativeness, I don't get no submissiveness, I don't get no femininity. I get masculinity. I get
And that's not always true.
Hold on.
for
I'm
modernized women. I would have to disagree, but go ahead. I will digress. Go ahead, Miss Abbott.
okay. I'm gonna go back
We getting into it.
to the comment about alpha men like natural. Okay, sir, I have to disagree. I will say this. The underlying comment behind what she said was that the reason the men don't care is not so much that their women is getting surgery. It's the fact that she's doing it for her. He's doing it for her. And whenever he sees that load of confidence, that's sexy. That is appeal, especially when you love somebody. You want them to love themselves. You want them to be happy because that makes you happy. That
Well,
literally kind of spikes off that dopamine, and that's the things like this. Now, mind you, I understand that you feel alpha men. Not all alpha men are one way. Now, the thing, because I really don't believe in alpha men, but I'm gonna go on a limb and give you the benefit of the doubt here, Miss K. Dot.
okay.
Um,
There's
honestly,
chameleons out here too.
huh?
There's
What?
chameleons out here too that be stunting like that alpha, but they
Oh,
they
oh,
really ain't. They
well,
really beta
well,
type.
my
And
whole thing is, you
alpha,
know, hold on. My here's my thing. This is why I don't believe in alpha males. I
Okay.
believe that whenever there is a man that loves himself enough to be able to sit there and, now I need y'all to hear me when I say this. I'm gonna say it
I'm hearing
slow.
you.
That finds someone to share in his natural happiness with. I did not say to find somebody to love. I said to find someone to share in his natural happiness, his happiness state with, then boosting her confidence, boosting things about her if she is not already there when they have initially got together. That is part of the thing that makes that builds their bond. There are certain personality traits that will come, aka a husband doing things to please his wife, a husband naturally protecting his wife, providing security, providing all these other aspects that makes that we as we connect with whenever we hear the term alpha male. Not every alpha male has to have the exact same opinions about every little thing. Just like a husband and a wife, when they get together, they are one. They are one unit. They are one soul, but they still have difference of opinion. It's not going to sit there and come in between them being a unit, but they still have their own minds. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I kind of shy away from the term alpha male. You then said that men do that, that they are simps. Maybe I'm a little too old, and maybe I'm not really 100% understanding
Okay.
what why a simp. I don't even know what that's short for, and why it is made to look down upon. Because if
Well,
my husband
yeah.
loves me enough to sit there and do things that I think that are pleasing me, pleasing to my soul at that given time, as far as I'm concerned, my husband's not a simp. He's an asshole from time to time, but he's not a simp.
Okay.
Okay. He can be a jerk to other people, but he's not a simp. But
Okay.
he does certain things for me because in retrospect of me feeling loved, receiving love, I'm able to give love and do things for him that makes him feel elated, and that raises him, not just it raises him beyond that mindset or the socially acceptable mindset of what a man is. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't understand what this terminology of a simp is. Like I said, I don't
Okay.
know what that is.
Okay. So I can clarify that. I'll be more than happy to clarify that. Do I, with all due respect, because we being real here, right?
Yes,
I
please.
don't agree. I don't agree with that assessment.
That's okay.
As far as the whole surgery thing, but a simp is basically allowing the woman to take control as far as the household. Um, more more of a beta male. He sits back and lets the woman take lead. In a lot of the situations, uh, a lot of them, a few of them are lazy. You know what I'm saying? They don't really do their contribute as far as cutting the grass and doing what they're supposed to do. Their manly duties on the outside of the house, because I feel like that's our duties is outside the house, and the man's duty is on the inside of the house. I mean, woman's duty is on the inside of the house. We're gonna dump the trash. We're gonna make sure that the things are fixed up around the house. We're gonna make sure we put things together. We're going to be the protector in that particular family dynamic. So you don't have to, and you I know I
I'm listening. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not gonna forget this. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
um I told you this show was gonna be lit tonight, y'all. I told you this show was
You
gonna
know
be
what?
lit. I
I,
t-
I, I like the
I
lit,
told
but
you this show was gonna
I'm
be
still
lit.
gonna rebuttal. Go right on ahead.
And here's the thing, and I agree with Big Bob's assessment. He said that surgery don't make her love herself. I don't want some woman that ain't comfortable as herself. Because here's the thing. Um I agree. I don't if you getting surgery and all this type of stuff, if it's not to improve your health or something like that, or if it's something to to make you more healthy, or maybe you have a tumor or something like that. But if you're
You
just getting
don't get to
just to
tell
have
someone what they
have a
can and can't do to build their confidence.
That
Period.
no,
part.
And
no, no, no,
that
no, no, no.
falls back
You
on,
should.
no, I'm gonna
I'm
cut
not.
you off for just a second because
No,
that
no,
falls
no.
back
Because I was
on
about to do it.
you
Thank you, boo. I was
throwing
sure about to
people
do it.
in a box all this
No,
ultimate definition that you have of what a man's supposed to
no, no.
do and
I'm
what's
coming
not.
at.
No,
I'm
no, no,
sis,
no,
I'm
no.
coming
Hold
at it
on,
with
hold
a.
on, hold
I'm,
on.
I'm
Because, and
Let
I
me
can
see.
use me as an example in my last relationship. Okay, the man's supposed to do this, the man's supposed to do that.
okay.
He was good with computers. He was good with
Okay.
his hands and words and all that.
Right.
But I fixed shit around the house. Why? Because I was the handy person. I am a
Okay.
handy person. When it came to
Okay.
building and cutting and tweak, I put the washer together. I took the dryer apart. I did, and did it make him less of a man? No, because he was doing his job. But he
Okay.
told me when we met, if you need, he said, I'll pay for anything you need to be fixed, but don't ask me to get down and fix it. But if we need it
Right.
fixed, I'm going to find you the
But he
best
still okay.
handyman. And there's
But
nothing wrong with that. But given your definition of a man,
okay.
he was less of a man for needing
No,
another man
absolutely
who.
not.
No,
Absolutely
that's what
not.
you said.
Absolutely
Men
no, no,
do
no.
this. Men do that.
Let me
You're
clarify.
you're you're being so
Let me clarify.
definite that you don't want to bend the line when the
No, no,
line
no.
bends and
Let me
blends all
clarify.
day, baby. Uh-uh.
Let me clarify.
Just to
Uh-uh.
Provider.
clarify, I would like to
No, no, no.
respond.
You just
Clarify,
heard what you
K-Dot.
just said. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. You just said he said he'll pay for any man for anything to get fixed around the house. He's still being as in his natural role because he's a provider. Do you understand? So he can
No, but
provide
you
another.
said what men
He's
do
still.
inside
It
the
doesn't matter.
house and what
He's still
men
bringing
do
home the
outside.
paper
You don't get
to.
to say what you say, and then after I give the
Yes,
rebuttal,
I
you
can.
clarify it and
Yes,
blend
I
it. Nah,
can.
you said
Yes,
what you said.
yes.
Stand on it. If a
Provider.
man's supposed to only do this, and a woman's supposed to only do this, that is your opinion of what a perfect household looks like, and you're not going to be able to say that that's what every perfect household looks like, is a man doing this and a woman doing that. It don't
I'm
work
See,
like that. Some
but
men are
hold on,
chefs.
hold on, K-Dot.
see what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying
K-Dot.
right now. There's a lot of subjective
Uh,
answers
K-Dot,
instead of
let me piggyback off
objective
of it, please.
answers, and it's saying, "Oh well, um, it depends on that relate." No, no, no. I'm talking about traditionally.
Okay,
I'm talking about
but hold
traditionally.
on. But K-Dot, let me piggyback
Whose
off of that real quick. Hold
tradition?
on. Hold on. Let me piggyback off of what you said though.
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
honestly, I this is one of the things
I
I
told
want
you
to
the show
address.
gonna be lit tonight. You ain't
All
gonna
I'm
get away
saying
with
is
this tonight. We're gonna be
all,
lit.
all I'm saying is this right here. At the end of the day, you sat there and you said Ascent was a beta male, right? You said
Uh-huh.
Ascent was somebody that literally wasn't sitting there holding their own. Okay, so I'm happy to know that's what simp means. I don't see that as a simp. I see
Okay.
that as somebody that is an adult child. I see that as a grown boy. I see that as possibly a
Okay.
narcissist, depending on the relationship. I
Okay.
see that as that's not a simp. Because
Okay.
honestly, from the way I'm taking you, I think what you wanted to focus on whenever you said the word simp was the fact that the power is handed over to the women. My dear,
Okay.
you
Well,
have to understand. Hold on,
let
sir. Hold on. Give me a moment,
okay.
sweetheart.
Okay. I got you.
You have
I'm
to
pulling up the
understand something about
definition
women.
so we got clarity.
Okay. Once again, and I'm going to go back into past and history on how a lot of young ladies today have been built, taught, raised in the mindset of where it was coming from, especially with our females or with our elder, our
Okay.
matriarchy party, okay, and some patriarchy as well. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I can't tell you how many daddies sit there and show their little girls how to sit there and fix a car, how to sit there and fix stuff, how to do it themselves in case there is not a man there.
Okay.
Or in the case of there being an abusive man that literally wants to sit there and try to use this as a tool. Mind you, we were talking about tools earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Wants to use this as a tool to where you can't do this without me. You need me. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and continue a toxic type of environment. Now, I understand that you are not speaking for those that are toxic out there, but I
Correct.
cannot go ahead and be on this panel and not pretend that they do not exist, because that is also part of the reason that women are single. There are a lot of toxic people out here. There are a lot of people that want to
Okay.
sit there and use certain things, use hidden talents, lack of knowledge, lack of wherewithal to sit there
Sorry.
and to be
Where
able
that
to
came from. I'm sorry.
sabotage and to cause damage. Now, Whenever you sat there and said that a simp was a person that sits there and gives that control over, sweetheart, do you not realize as a woman, now I can't speak on a man. I'm not a man. I ain't never been a man. All I can do is fuck a man. Okay. Maybe give blowjobs, but
Okay.
honestly, other than that, we can get creative, but that's not, we're going to do that in another moment. My whole thing is I can only
Okay.
speak for a woman. So as I'm speaking for a woman, okay, I feel like women carry the weight of the world, and I'm pretty sure many men out there do as well. Because, mind you, not only are we now taking care of households, not only are we sitting there taking care of children, not only are we are business owners sitting there and carrying the weight of CEOs and CFOs. But whenever we are alone and whenever we are single, especially if we voluntarily decide to be single, all of that is on us. We don't have Pookie, Ray Ray, Keisha, and them to sit there and try to call and be like, "Hey, you know what? My dishwasher broken. Could you hook a sister up?" No, we don't have that. So it's one of
Okay.
those mindsets that if we don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. So that's why we have that. So for someone to sit there and say, "Oh, well, you know what? It makes you a simp because you're giving women power." Sweetheart, we've already had the power. You guys don't get power without us giving it to you. That's why a lot of men, especially, hold on, especially as far as traditional relationships, that's why it is so important to a man for a woman to submit, because part of submitting is being able to hand over power to you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, would you agree with that? Yes or no?
Do I agree with that? No, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree.
Well,
And
okay.
here and
Well,
here.
if that's the case,
Okay.
then why is it
All right.
that there are? Then why are we even having this conversation? Because initially, the main concern is that
Because we gotta
there are
have
a
the
lot of
conversation.
single women. No, 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 no,
We
no.
gotta
That's
have
not
these
what I mean.
conversations.
Let me elaborate.
But
That's not what I mean.
even in the traditional manner that you speak of, K Dot, so often, it
Mhm.
still is what she said about the guy passing off, knowing when to pass off the power. Like knowing your role is so important in every role that you play. Because think about it, back then in the traditional, grandpa went and made the money. Grandma divided it up and said where it went, and she did everything else.
In the house.
He
Yep.
was responsible for everything else. All grandpa did, like you stated in the traditional, was go to work, come back, make sure there's enough, provide enough for everyone, make sure ain't nobody finna run up in here and show his manliness. Like that's all it took
Hmm.
to be the alpha male. So at that point, he knew his role and he knew which power he had to give up to. You might be the head of household, you're the man, but you still, so you have to know your role. So a simp is not someone that just giving up power. Know your role, know your strengths, and know your weaknesses as well.
I don't.
Hmm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
agree.
Well, first, I don't know what. Look, my grandfather went out. Uh, he was a military man. But when he went out, he made sure the house was taken care of as far as the outside, cutting the grass and stuff. And if he did not, he made sure his sons maintained that particular role. If he wasn't at the house, if he had to, go on tour or anything like that, as far as those particular type of duties, but he made sure he was the protector, professor of love to his woman, to make sure that things were taken that were taken care of. But I'm gonna give you the definition of a simp. The
Yeah,
slang
I read it. I
Slim
read it.
simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity for them. Um,
So hold
that
on. I just want to sit there and say something
but
about
but
this.
the actual definition. We also
Hmm.
have another definition is a silly or foolish person. Um,
Okay.
and which correlates with that particular thing where men will do any and everything to where it even loses value within themselves
Right.
to gain over a woman. As far as losing themselves, they don't even know who they are anymore because they lost themselves in so
Oh,
much on trying to please a woman. And
sir,
just
based off the
what's up,
definition,
Tom for life?
hey Toe, how you doing, honey? Based off of your definition, I still have to agree to disagree because honestly, the way hold on, hear me out. The way the
It's in
definition
black and
was,
white.
hold on, my dear. I
I'm
got
sorry.
you.
I'm
I
sorry.
got you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit as far
Okay,
as the
hold on.
definition of sin.
Hold on. Let me get that for you. Hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and talk while you do that. As this definition clarifies for us, especially out of a failed hope of winning entitled sexual attention or activity from them. So
Right.
whenever I hear this, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a description. If
Right.
a woman says that she wants to fuck a clown, a man putting on fucking drag queen makeup. Okay, and this is no disrespect to drag queens, but a man who is not a drag queen putting on makeup to sit there and make themselves look like a clown just to go ahead and get a blowjob or just to go ahead and have sex. I
Hmm.
agree 100%. That would be a simp. But whenever we are talking about a husband, that does not apply because first of all, a husband is not going to
at
sit there and
all.
try to look, not going to try to do things with the hope
Hmm.
of getting sexual favors from their wife. That is already a relationship, something that is already now established. They're going to get laid. I mean, that's part of the benefit of getting married. Now, mind you, men, that might not be all men, okay?
Uh,
And for some, and if this
uh,
is hold on, if this is for some of the men that are not getting laid by your woman, then you know
mhm.
what, y'all very well may be a simp. But
I,
to
I will I
get
will agree. I will agree to that 100% because I
okay,
was absolutely
right,
and here I'm completely transparent over here.
okay,
When I was married to Rena uh
your ex.
Harbin, I
Oh
was
damn, what's her name?
absolutely a
Hey,
fucking absolutely absolutely a fucking no no. We tell the truth over here.
Okay, preach,
We
preacher.
tell I tell the truth over here. I was absolutely a fucking simp, and my time was wasted. My resources were wasted, and she's looking like that because she knows damn well what I went through. She was right there for me when I went through my divorce, and the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Okay, but
And
I'm
I was
talking about.
absolutely a simp, and that's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're okay. I'm talking about men like men that are in relationships that literally, and this says that are too attentive or submissive. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to understand where it's a bad thing for a man to be submissive to his woman because, like I said
Okay. Can I
earlier in a past, hold on, in
can
a past video,
I, okay.
I believe that honestly you should have submission to each other. A man and a woman should submit to each other.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way
How
because
does it not?
at the end of the day, you my rib. Let's be clear. The reason why women were created was to be a helpmate to men. Let's be very
Okay,
clear.
hold on. If we want to actually get technically, if we want to get technical, the reason that Eve was created from the rib was because technically Lilith was created the exact same way. And honestly, whenever she was asked to do certain things, she sat there and specifically asked God, "Why do I need to sit there and do it?" And we were created equal. Therefore, because of that, she got so frustrated she chose to walk out of Eden. If we're gonna sit there and make it biblical, let's, like I say, in transparency, let's
Okay.
make it all the way biblical. And
And
so
what
then,
happened? What
hold
happened?
on. Then
And
after
what
she
happened?
left, hold on. After
Okay.
she left, and Adam decided to start complaining because all of the animals had partnered up, and they were still sitting there living in a happy partnership. Adam then started to complain to God about how he missed her and how somebody needed to go and get her, and she refused to come back. That's one of the reasons that she was so demonized and everything else, and lore. So initially, afterwards, Eve was made from the rib to always supposedly be under, supposedly. But then again, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, ain't
We got
nobody in the garden.
we got a
Ain't
comment.
nobody in the garden.
We got
I'm
we
not
got a
in the garden.
rebuttal. We got a rebuttal in the comment section. It's
Oh,
popping in the comment section right now. Um, we got a rebuttal. She says
this
she
shit.
didn't say nothing to God. She asked Adam. And this is why. And
This
here's the
thing. She
thing,
sat there and she
because when something, because
mm,
I guess when Adam ate or somebody ate the apple out of the Garden of Eden,
uh-huh.
God asked Adam, "What happened?" And he was just like, "Well, it was Eve. She was the one." He asked Eve, "What happened?" Oh, well, it was the devil. That it was the serpent that came to me, and that's. He said, "Okay, well, it seems like nobody wants to be transparent or wants to own shit around here, so we're gonna go ahead and allow the devil to run the world."
Right.
And that's what
But
he did.
Exactly. But
Um,
hold on. I'm gonna go off of that exact scenario. I'm gonna piggyback off of that, and I'm gonna sit there and tell you how that came to my thing. Just like that. Supposedly, God asked Adam, "I don't know," and then God asked Eve. So you sit there and tell me with that action alone,
mhm.
why should I sit there and look to a man? And mind you, I'm not sitting there talking about my actual relationship because honestly, as far as that, I do look to my husband for certain things. I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But why then, if the first one that was up there that was supposed to take, that was supposed to protect, provide, um, give safety and protection, literally
Mhm.
sat there and tried to throw a woman under the bus? Why should it then be that we're supposed to submit to men like that are like that? When even if we're gonna sit there and do all this, even the first one couldn't be trusted to sit there and provide what a woman actually needed.
Now
Because he could.
we never said that we were perfect. Let's be
Oh well, no,
clear.
no, no. I'm
We
not
know
asking
we
you to be
never said that
perfect.
we were perfect.
I'm not saying that anybody need to be perfect. What I'm saying is, if we are
I
now
agree with
officially
you.
in the same boat because we sat there and said the same thing, then I'm sorry. Then what is it that makes you worth submitting to and makes me not worth submitting to? Even though, especially in the Black community, years ago, whenever we were getting lynched, whenever we were dealing with the Klansmen and everything else, and literally we
Okay.
had the idea, or we had the not the idea, the understanding that there were
Mhm.
going to be a lot of men that were lost because a lot of times whenever men came to hang, they did not hang women. They did occasionally, but they mostly hung the men because the men were the head of the household. Okay.
For
This
sure.
is one of the reasons why we had to accumulate skills and talents to be able to run stuff after our men were gone. This is our men, our sons, our brothers. This is why we had to sit there and learn how to fix things, how to be good with our hands, how to sit there and start businesses, how to be able to use womanly woes. Because literally, there were people that came to attack our men, that came to sit there and try to eradicate them. Now, we're not even going to go into how the government sat there and tried to separate and eradicate our men as well.
Oh yeah,
And that's
we
one of
already know. I mean,
the reasons and
but
that's
where
going
did
on
it
the
start though?
reasons.
Where did it start? The feminist movement. The whole
No,
in the
no, sir, it
1960s.
did not start with
Absolutely.
the I'm sorry,
Absolutely.
I have
1930s,
to
and
disagree
then
with you.
it
It
drilled
did not
into
start
our
with the
families
feminist movement.
in the
That's
black.
where a lot of people want to focus. It did not start the feminist movement. It sat there and it started a long time ago whenever supposedly slaves, and I say supposedly because
Okay.
history is a fickle thing.
Okay.
But when slaves were brought over here, and the main thing they did was demasculate the men. That's when
Absolutely.
that shit started. It didn't start in no feminist
It's
movement.
called a buck break. Uh,
Exactly.
yes,
Whenever
that's
they
when.
were sitting there,
I
they would
agree.
rape our women. The men would sit there and come to defend our women. And then all of a sudden, they were sitting there and now they wanted to sit there and rape the men and sit there and do all this kind of shit to men. That's when
Well,
the
yeah,
shit
they
started.
would rape the men in front of their
And
women,
yes,
actually.
to
And
sit there and
then
demasculate them and
right,
everything
and
else. Yes.
correct. I
So
agree.
that's when
100.
that shit actually
You're
started.
right. I
And
agree.
so
But
that's one of the
I'm talking
reasons
about.
why it's trickled down to where we have women now that have the
Okay.
mindset of, you know, some of them have the mindset of, we don't need a man. Honestly, I can't speak for them because that ain't me. All right.
Okay.
I can sit there and get all the toys in the world, but baby, a toy is not gonna fuck me like my husband. Okay.
Okay.
So
I
let's
hear
just
you.
keep it,
I
100.
hear you.
Okay.
But okay.
But
But there is. If you look if you look at the timeline on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, my God, the things that are said about men are absolutely disgusting.
they
And then,
are.
but the
I
thing
agree.
is, if we rebuttal, then we get attacked. We're not supposed to defend ourselves. We're not supposed to be like, well, wait a minute. Oh no, you a man. You supposed to take it. What the
Well,
fuck does that mean? But then
mhm.
the issue that I have is when again modernized females want to come and be like, oh well, we just want you to be honest. Well, okay, well we want to be honest with you, but when we're honest, then it's a fucking problem. You know, then it's a huge issue then, and it's just like, well, no, that's not what I mean, there is too
I
many uh uh females that are saying that they don't need a man for shit. Men ain't shit. When have you ever heard? And
but but
I'm
there was
talking
another part
about.
to that I didn't get to say though. There was another
All right,
part to that that I
go
didn't
ahead,
get to
Eliza.
say. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, go
Yes,
ahead,
we have some
go
women
ahead.
that feel like they don't need men for shit. I agree with you 100%. We also have women that have this mindset, and this is a mindset that I have.
Okay,
Well, if I don't get it, if I don't do it, the shit ain't gonna get done. Or if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done properly.
It's called being okay. Okay, fuck it. Let's go there.
Okay, no, can I touch on that
Let's
a
go
little
there
bit? It's
because
not.
it's called being a grown ass adult. If you're single
No,
and if you don't have a man and you're saying, oh, I'm a boss chick and all this bullshit and I got to get it, because I ain't got no. It's called being a fucking grown ass adult. You got your own place, good. You got your own car. What I'm saying, that shit does not apply to a goddamn relationship. We don't give a shit about your careers. We don't give a shit about what job did you take or any of your goddamn degrees. What does that have to do with the actual relationship part? Yes, that can get you a job. That can that you look great to society as far as being a professional person. Great, but um how does that apply to a relationship? A
I
consistent
think that depends
relationship?
on who you're asking, because you're
No,
saying
no, no,
how
no.
does it
That's
apply,
subjective. That's
and I'm
subjective.
going to tell you how it applies, because a need and a
Okay.
want is two different things.
Two entirely different things.
Okay, I want a man for not nothing financially. I want a man to be able to lay up with, to talk to vent to share this with, to have that emotional. But do I necessarily need it to survive? No, motherfucker, I'm
Okay.
born
So okay.
alone.
Okay. So
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying is
saying?
that
Like, so
okay. No, no,
you
no.
need to know a need and a
Okay. So
want.
then what do you need us for? If you do everything by yourself, if you do what the fuck you need us for? What do you need us
Same
for?
reason. What do you need? What do you need a woman for? That you just need her. What do you need a woman for?
Do
Man,
we
you
need?
you can't
Okay.
cook for
There,
yourself.
there was there was a
Procreation.
there was a reality show. I forgot what reality show it was. But as soon as I find it, I'm a bring it to the table.
And see, and
But they
then
had
you
they had separated men from the women as far as survival. Men were able we build shit. We created a lot of the shit
But we
in this
created
world.
y'all. We created y'all and we
No,
sat
no,
there and
no, no. Hold
supported
on. Wait,
y'all
wait, wait,
anyway.
wait. No, no, no. You carried us. You carried us. There's a difference. Y'all, you can't
that's a
grow
joint
anything
effort
without us.
there. So no one wins that.
No,
No
no,
one wins
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. We need
No
those.
one's creating no
Exactly.
one without the other
We
sex. No
need.
one wins that.
There we go. There's the need right here. Because if I want to procreate, I need a woman to do that, right? But women will be like, oh, I don't need no man for shit. But I'm gonna go to the sperm bank and get me something. But whose is it? It's a man. It's from a man. And surely hell ain't from a woman.
Well, but the whole thing is
Okay,
they
Is
give
all
so
it to
is
if
what
you're
men.
I'm
gonna
saying.
get
So
if
The
you're
whole
gonna
thing is
so
that
get
they
one
give it to a
that,
man though.
okay, but if you're gonna get that juvenile and technical and literal, come on, that's really the only thing you need the opposite sex for, because other
no,
than procreation, like she stated, no, because if
you
no,
need a
no,
man
hold
for
on,
protection.
I'm talking, because if it was all about needing the opposite sex, you're eliminating everybody that's gay, because that woman don't feel that she need a man to be in love and to be complete, and that man don't feel he needs a woman, he feels he needs a man. So you what?
Whoa,
So
whoa, whoa,
you
whoa.
you
How do
need
we get on that subject?
somebody.
Hold on.
You
How do we get
need
on that?
somebody. You
Well, no,
want
she's right.
somebody. It doesn't have to
No.
be the opposite sex for everybody. That doesn't weigh true. You want somebody. It's nice to have another warm body, but you don't necessarily need it to survive.
Okay, and there's
Period.
a lot of and there's also a lot of women online who's crying, who's supposed to be these boss chicks, right? Or who are crying online and being like, "Damn, I need a man." But no, you didn't want to cooperate with a man. Because here's the thing: this is
It's
the
not that they're not
modernized woman.
cooperating with a man
We,
though. That's not what it is.
we call it signs. Okay, we call it, and I'm gonna break down the acronym. This is actually an acronym. Son, turn that. It's actually an acronym. Signs. Okay. Shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. That is the modernized woman.
That's
That
also
is
a modernized man.
Man.
that is mostly the modernized, not all, but mostly the modernized woman. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. that's just what it is.
See,
The
and that's where you because I don't want to be right all the time. I don't want to deal with a man that I'm right all the time because at this point I'm dealing with a fucking idiot because I know I be on some. I know I say I don't have all. I know I say stupid shit, and if you're
right,
stupid enough to go with me when I'm saying stupid shit instead of being like, my nigga, that's some stupid shit.
Right.
You're not for me. I don't want to be right.
right,
Sometimes I'm about to say some backwards off the wall shit just to see if you're gonna check me and be like, get the
right,
fuck you coming out
right,
of left field with
but
that.
here's the thing, right? But no, but exact
I
in the
don't
debate.
need to
Will you
be
do
right
that?
all the time.
No,
I
no, no,
don't want
no.
to be right all the
Answer
time.
my question real quick. I'm gonna ask you a question. In a
Go ahead.
debate, can you win with shames, insults, guilt, or need to be right? You cannot win. If you start out with insults, you automatically lose. You have to stick to facts, not subjective, because subjectives aren't facts. Objective facts, actual facts. 80%, eighty
Facts.
percent. Who got the high? Hold on. Who got the highest percent of divorce rates? 80%. 80% women. It's not women and we call those. Look it up. You think I'm lying? Look it up. Eighty
When you
percent
say
women
divorce, I'm
are
sorry,
filing
sir.
filing for divorce.
When you
80%.
But when you say
Men are not.
divorce, I mean they're divorcing. Are we talking about women that are divorcing from women, or are we talking about women
No,
that are
no, no,
divorcing
no, no,
from
no. Well,
men?
no.
Because if that's
I'm
the
talking
case,
about.
then men
No, no,
got the
no.
Because
same
I'm
men
talking
technology.
men
about.
are
I'm
more
talking
prone
about
to settling and
heterosexual.
being
I'm
content.
talking about
Men are more prone
heterosexual
to settling and being
relationships.
content.
I'm talking about I'm talking about heterosexual relationships.
Men are more prone to settling and being content and changing even in ways that they shouldn't. And that's a spin-off of you speaking on your own divorce. Going into that relationship, you changed too much in the beginning. So it was never going to be a great outcome. So,
No,
yeah,
no.
you can't you men are they'll change and they'll be content. They're prone
In what way?
to settlement.
In
If
what way?
it's not just completely broken, they'll keep being like, oh, put a little tape on it. Put a little tape on it. And women, we've gotten to the point that we're like, I ain't taping up shit. Bye. And there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with
All right.
that. And you're not gonna
Okay.
sit here with your 80% and say that there is.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll put it to y'all like this:
Go ahead,
if we're
Les.
gonna sit there, if we're gonna talk about relationships, then
And this is
let's
my
actually
sister, by the way, so we can talk to each other like this. It's all right. I love you, baby. I love you, sis.
Love you
um,
too.
if
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna sit there and talk about relationships, then let's go ahead and be completely honest
Okay.
and transparent and sit there and talk about relationships. The main reason a lot of fucking relationships out here don't work is because people don't know how to love their motherfucking self. Let and
I
then
agree.
and then
100%.
because of that, they don't know how to love the other person. This has no gender significance. This ain't got no gender role to it. At the end of the day, if you don't know how to love yourself, if you don't know how to receive love, and then if you don't know how to give love, then it don't matter how good you look. It don't matter if you're an alpha man. It don't matter if you're a beta man. It don't matter if you're an alpha woman and a beta woman. It don't matter if you just a motherfucking coyote at the end of the motherfucking line. That shit don't matter. At the end of the day, I mean,
Yes, it does.
no, none of that shit is
It
going to be
does.
sufficient.
It surely does because we a lot of the times we've lost our way as far as knowing our actual roles. As far as as far I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There
Hmm.
was there was a I think there was and I think I have the clip. I think I'm gonna bring up the clip.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring up the clip. It was in
because I got something for
1986 to be precise in New Jersey.
you. Hmm.
Two clips, and this is coming from a woman, and I encourage everybody to go to Pink Book Lessons.
Okay.
She is a woman who's married, who's
Hmm.
married, who holds other women accountable
Agree.
because
I do too.
I do feel that it's a lack of accountability. I do feel
But
there's a
see,
lack of accountability, and
on both
when
sides
it comes
though.
to
But yes, I agree.
right, a lack of accountability. I mean, this is what I'm saying. A lot of women want traditional value type men, or they want the high value men. But you have to also realize with the six figures and all those type of things, But you also have to realize those men also have options, and those there other women want them as well. So when I say, I had put a post, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this. Sis. I had put a post up there, and I said, okay, uh, single women, why is it that you won't compete to get a man, but you'll compete against the man, but you won't compete for the man that you want? Why
See,
is
but this
that?
is the thing. When I'm in the room and you chose me, okay?
Okay.
Whether it so
So did you
I
stop
you
competing?
whatever it was about me. So you're saying they have options. You do.
Okay.
You have options, but this is the one you picked. So
Right.
I'm not finna mirror none of them other options that you could have had. If you can't focus on me because whatever attracted you to me, I'm not saying that I'm not willing to change or I'm not. There's only certain things about me though that I'm willing to change, and that it is what it is. Like there's certain things because I am who I am, and I genuinely feel like I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad woman.
So
I'm
we had
not. So
okay. So we
there's
had
certain
so
shit I just like my okay. For
okay.
example, my ex, that nigga didn't like
But
your mama jokes.
yeah.
For
But
me,
that's going back
That
to
shit is
your
the
mama.
camera.
situation.
So
We got to
it
accept you for who you are, right?
for who and that might sound petty
Right.
and stupid, but like no, we really
Oh,
went deep
it's
into it.
petty as fuck. Oh, you just got
I
to
had
accept me
to
for who the fuck I am, because
but
that's
there
that's
was
just who
things
I am.
about me that I had to change. Like he did not,
Okay.
he genuinely didn't like it. As much as it took a lot out of me to not crack those kind of jokes. Because at first, the first I'll say first year, I'm like, you just sensitive. You ain't never. And then
Mm-hmm.
I really had to check myself and back up and say, no, he's not sensitive. He's repeatedly telling you this
He's
is not
expressing what he
okay.
doesn't like.
I
Okay.
do
So
not like
can I
this.
ask you a
So I
question?
check
Can I
myself.
ask you a
It's not
question?
okay. He doesn't like it.
Can I ask you a
Those things
question?
are
How
okay to
many?
change, but it's not too much you're gonna get me to
No,
change.
no. What I'm saying is that how many times did he have to tell you that for you to actually get it?
A lot.
But what I'm saying, if a person is telling you, a person that you say that you love, and that loves you right back, right? Why didn't it take you the first time to be like, okay, it did he say it out of a prideful way? Did he say, yo, you making me feel some type of motherfucking way? Or was he saying, look, the words that you're saying are hurtful, and
Because
I
the
don't
reason it took
appreciate that, and it's making me feel, because the thing is, we'll we'll express how we feel, but then we get called bitches. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll get
no, and
called,
see,
oh,
and that and
you
that's
sensitive,
what I'm
like
saying. The
you a damn
reason
man.
No, I never really looked at it like that. The reason it took so long because for me, when I say it genuinely isn't a big, that's what we do in my house. Like we roast each other. Like I was raised like that.
Right?
There was no, so I
That is true.
really genuinely did exactly like I genuinely did not realize how much it was bothering him until I did. Like when
What
I
was it
really
that took?
realized,
Was he
like
crying?
he's not being
What took?
sensitive, he's not
I don't.
being a bitch. Like I'm out
Okay.
of line for not respecting his feelings.
But
You
what
know what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying?
is,
Like,
what did
and
it
it shouldn't
take?
have took that long.
What did it take? Like, did he have to cry? What was the
No, it just
moment
took
that?
for me to care enough about like it just clicked. It was just kind of like, okay, Sharona, you've heard him before. You hear him saying this. And it took for me to think of it from a different mindset. For me to really be like, Sharona, he shouldn't have to say this that many times that like get it together. It's not okay. And that's what I'm saying. I was wrong. I'm not saying I was right. And yes, it should not have took that long for it to click. But because it was something that I thought was simple and minute, I expected him to think it was simple and minute, and it wasn't. And that is where the disconnect was coming in that certain area. I was expecting him to be able to blow it off like I could,
Mm-hmm.
but he couldn't. And it took for me
Well,
to really
this, and,
realize
yeah, and
he's serious and I'm
and
wrong
this is where
Well,
I
and I
agree
need
with
to
my
change.
hold
side
on.
as
Let
far as This is where
I
I
don't.
agree with Eliza on as far as I don't believe. Look, I believe in therapy, and black people do not talk about therapy enough. We hide it. We're just built to survive. Yes, we are built to survive, but God damn it, we are broken, and we need. I think we do, and she is right. If two people are broken, they're going to be cutting themselves. Simple as that.
Mhm.
There's no way you try to pick up the pieces, you cut yourself. You pick up her pieces, you cut yourself. If you are not a whole person, you do not deserve to be in a fucking relationship you don't need because you're going to be hurting and damaging other people. Get your shit together as far as therapy or whatever, something like that. I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, you buy Jordans and all that shit that are 200 some odd plus dollars.
Right.
Get
You
your
should be able
ass
to
in the
afford
damn
that.
counseling session and
Not only
get you
that, but
some
for
help,
those
the
that,
much help needed that you need. And not only that, in a relationship, it is not
mhm,
my job to make you happy. It is my job to contribute to your happiness. That is my job. Your job is to
mhm.
be happy within your own self. But if you weren't given the tools to do that, you need to go seek that information so you can go get the necessary help that you need. Go ahead, Eliza.
I was actually going to say something similar to
This is
that.
good.
Initially, this is my honest viewpoint on a lot of things. If we're going to sit there and have honest conversations, then let's just sit there and put the shit out there. A
Okay.
lot of times, well, a lot of these women, what you call modernized women,
Okay.
are all going through the process of doing fucking self healing. Now, when I say self healing, I'm going to go ahead and elaborate on a few things.
Hmm.
Whenever you literally get to, um, whenever you're able to focus on you, you are able to put social constructs to the fucking side. You understand that literally that is nothing but excess stress and weight that's on you. Because at the end of the day, you don't need social constructs to survive and to be happy. Okay. Whenever you actually start to realize your value, you have this understanding that you don't need other people. Excuse me. No, we're not. Bye. Now, give me a moment. Sorry. You begin, close my door, please. You begin to understand that you actually don't need other people to make you happy. Now, here's where the problem comes. There's a lot of women that are on this path and they see it for what it is. So when they say, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that, a lot of men are getting offended, but a lot of men also are not really doing the work. So literally, they're just getting triggered, and it's not really so much they don't need a man that you're hearing; it's they don't need me. Therefore, I'm devalued. I'm degraded. I am not seen as important enough for you to supposedly need. That's the part that's triggering people. That's the part that's making people feel some type of way. Because Mr. K. Dot, just like you expressed, whenever somebody's talking about a man, you sit there, you identify with the ideology of being a man. So if I were to sit there and say, I don't want a fucking man, I mean, let's go ahead and put to the pad, let's put to the side that I'm married, y'all. Okay, this is just a scenario.
That is the disclaimer. She is married. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
But if I were to say, I don't want a man, I don't fucking need a man, etc., you're gonna feel attacked because you identify as a man. Does that make sense?
Not
So a lot
And
necessarily. It depends on. Okay, so on the construct of the question or whatever.
mhm,
If it's just a broad statement saying men ain't shit, and then my rebuttal is been okay, well maybe, well not even maybe, no, the men you ain't dealing with ain't shit.
right, right.
Because and that's not a subject, that is an objective fact. The men that you deal with ain't shit. So don't sit here and category make a vague statement. But if
Mhm,
I were to say that, and I have said it, that I've gotten attacked. What the fuck you talking about? What you talking about, man? Here's the thing. You'll never hear, and let me finish what I'm about to say, because I want it to be very
mhm.
clear. You'll never hear men say women ain't shit. Now, we will say bitches and hoes ain't shit. But we never say women. ain't good, and especially good women ain't shit. That would just be asinine. But it's it's women out there who are saying this on social media, and it's hurtful. Men ain't shit. What do you? No, that's incorrect. And
Agree.
then we're also getting categorized by the white older gentleman. Oh well, or not even white older gentlemen, just white gentlemen in
In
general,
general.
saying, oh well, there's a black. Well, we're stereotyped of not being
Hmm.
in the household. That's only 16%. That's only
Hold on.
16% of black males not taking care of the responsibility of their children. We're not talking about the 38% who's actually married in a family, taking care of their
But if
we're
they're
not
not talking about
we're
you,
not
don't
talking
pick it up
about
and put it on your
the
back.
Thank you.
I'm
I was
sorry.
about to say.
If you're
Well,
not that man
right.
that's not shit, when you see that online, you should be like, not me.
Well, that don't even affect you because you know you
It
are.
shouldn't affect
No, no,
you
no,
because you
no,
don't
no, no,
fall in the not shit
no,
category. So
no, because
not
then
talking to me.
no, because then it comes back
So
and saying it's saying that oh, you're a man, you should just go ahead and deal with it and not even address it. Absolutely, that's a fucking no.
no,
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
women are
hold you.
Hold
No,
bashed
on.
no, no.
too.
I'm gonna hold you accountable uh
Right.
for that
Hold on.
vague
Hold
No,
on.
women
statement.
are bashed too, and
Absolutely, I'm gonna
you're
hold you accountable.
responsible for what you choose to put your energy into. If
Exactly.
someone is not
I'm
directly
giving all
saying,
my energy
Kev, you ain't shit,
because I
you're
care
putting
about
too
them.
much energy
No,
into a
because I
just
care.
broad.
No, no, no.
You're trying to match energy. You're trying to match. Why would you want to
We have
match
to
their
elevate energy,
bullshit
not
ass
match it.
energy? You need to
Right.
vibe higher. Why would you want to match
Hmm.
their energy? Because they're randomly saying men ain't shit. Unless they are directing that to you, you're giving that too much energy personally, in my opinion.
Let me go ahead and say something before you sit there and you rebuttal. Okay, Dot. Hold on a second. All I'm
Okay.
gonna say is maybe two or three things. One, you that was a perfect example of going back
Mhm.
to you identify as a man, so instantly you feel attacked. You feel like you have to sit there and reply to it because you are not defending yourself instead of seeing it as all right. Well, you know what? This ain't got shit to do with me. Look, think about it like this, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and put another scenario out there. Um, whenever okay, if white people were sitting here and talking about white folks, right? And they're sitting there
Mhm.
talking about, oh my God, them Karens out there are so fucking problematic.
And I want to
Um,
clarify, not all white people, just
right. This
racist
is the
white
scenario,
people.
right?
Let me change that.
Right,
Racist
right.
white people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If two people were to have a conversation and I'm either in or I'm overhearing, well, you know what, these
Hmm.
Karens and Kevins and they shitty and blah 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 blah. I'm not even gonna respond. Now my eyes, look, y'all. I know y'all didn't see my eyes. Sometimes my eyes get big, they get a little. My eyes will sit there and
Yeah.
have a whole fucking
Yeah.
conversation with your ass,
Yeah.
but my mouth
Yeah.
will never. Okay, so there are certain
Yeah.
things I don't have to respond to because at the end of the day, that shit does not pertain to me. Okay, whenever it comes to certain things, especially whenever I hear a lot of narrative, especially negative narrative about black women, there's times I listen and I do just like this.
So
At the
so
end
I
of the
guess my
day,
question.
hold on, sweetheart, hold on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't feel the need to respond because one, I'm not what they're talking about. And I completely understand that whole narrative. Well, you know what? It ain't that all men ain't shit. What the fuck is it about your pussy that's attracted ain't shit niggas? Kevin, Cat Williams.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? It made perfect
Yeah.
sense, honestly. But
But what?
you know,
No.
I
But when we respond with that, as far as all the no, the men that you're talking about, the men that you're
what
dealing with ain't shit, then we get
right.
that pushback as
What
well. You shouldn't put your energy and blah. No, absolutely. I'm gonna hold you
it's not
accountable
that.
for that statement. I'm
Well,
allowed to
no,
hold you accountable.
it's
But if you
Just
okay.
want to
like you're
argue with a
allowed to
Hold
say
on.
what
broken,
Here's
you
the
say. I'm
thing.
unhealthy
also
woman,
allowed to
Hold on, K
rebuttal.
Dot. Hold on, K Dot. Here's the
Okay.
thing. Once again, when they say that, just like you said, it's the man you fucking with. If you ain't fuck with this bitch, that don't pertain to you at all. And think about it like this. All of us are so busy, especially right now in the generation and the stuff that they're actually trying to make a fad now. Everybody it understands energy. I am
Okay.
not, and I'm only speaking for myself. Some people might agree, some people
Okay.
might disagree. That's absolutely fine. But honey,
Okay.
if you were talking down here, I am not going to stop and lower my fucking energy to get on your level. I'm not. I could have done that with a whole lot of people, and you've seen this for yourself. I could have done this with a whole lot of people. I refuse to. So therefore, my energy's up here. If your shit is down here, I'm not. We don't speak the same language, baby. It's like sitting here speaking German to a French motherfucker. I don't understand you, and I'm not going to try to understand you. That means
Okay.
I'm not going to try to hold you accountable. I'm not going to try to do none of this because none of this shit pertain to me, baby. I'm up here, and if we ain't having conversations that are up here, baby, you ain't speaking my language. I don't understand you.
Right, but what I'm saying is that, but we also have that category as far as silence is violence. If we don't say anything, so what I'm saying is that okay, if you don't want us to say anything, you want us to stay and be silent or whatever. Why don't you hold them accountable? Why don't you hold women accountable when things are being said like that? Uh, and
Women
being like,
do
okay, well
hold
that's not
women
right.
accountable.
That's not. We're
They
not
do.
talking about all men.
We do,
That's
but
not.
this is the but this that comes into that where kind of what she touched on, knowing what's worth giving your energy and what's not. So if I see another woman saying
I'm gonna
niggas ain't
say it and
shit,
I'm
all
gonna
men
move
ain't
on.
shit, I'm gonna be
No,
like,
I'm gonna say.
well,
I'm gonna say what I need to do. Say, and then I'm gonna move on. But you can never say
but
nobody never told your ass.
Well,
Oh,
it's
still
nobody
for
ever did
but
nothing to
okay,
me
for
about
one,
that.
you for one, let's start
Offended
with the
by that.
fact that for a woman to just publicly say that, she is already bitter,
mm-hmm,
angry,
Right. Of course.
heartbroken,
mm-hmm,
not
Right.
healed,
mm-hmm.
going through whatever,
Right.
upset, pissed off. What do you honestly think you can
Projecting
say
mhm,
to this woman at this
And
point
in
that's
her
worth
life.
it? You need to, she ain't gonna hear shit.
And
and
You
you know
know
why do
what?
I
why?
have? And here's the
You
thing.
you don't
The
have to. That's what
world.
I'm saying. You're saying, why do I have to? There's the only why to that is, why are you choosing to?
Mm-hmm. Because
Let the
at the end
men
of
that
the day,
she's
it's
talking
about
to
accountability.
address that, because a hit dog gonna holler. So let the men that she's talking to address that. They're going to. And when we do have to address our sisters and check our sisters, oh
Mm-hmm.
trust, we do. Just because
Oh
we
yeah.
don't always do it online, some of us
No,
are
but
not like
no.
that,
But
and
the
some of
thing
us
is,
are. I've made
no. But the
posts
thing is,
and
it's not
videos where
saying
I'm talking
she's
to the
saying
women like, yeah.
she's not.
So
She's not saying. Oh, bad men ain't shit. Or fuck boys ain't shit. I'm not gonna defend that. Of course, you're not gonna see me in the. I'm gonna agree with you. Absolutely, I
at
agree
the
with
end of
you.
the
Fuck
day,
boys ain't
that's your
shit.
problem. You choosing to
Abusers,
pick that up.
people who, men who abuse women ain't shit. Absolutely, I agree with you. 100. Why would I have a rebuttal? But when you put a blank statement out there saying men ain't shit, you're absolutely. I'm gonna actually have a rebuttal because I'm a part of that men. As far as that male dynamic, it's not as far
Okay.
as
Well,
not
here, let hold on,
oh,
hold
let
on,
me clarify. Not as
hold
far
on.
as abusing men, women, or being fuck boys to women or anything
Right,
like
right.
that. I'm saying that when you put out a blank, vague statement like that, that is offensive, and I'm allowed to be offended by that,
Well, let me go
and I'm
ahead and bring
allowed to
in.
rebuttal.
Hold
Just
on,
like
let me
you're
bring
allowed
in.
to say it, I'm allowed to rebut. Simple as
Right.
that.
I mean,
I don't give a
once
shit about.
again, Mr. K. Dot, once again,
Yeah.
understand because I think you're I don't think you're really understanding and comprehending what we're trying to say, and I think right now you're kind of feeling attacked. So because of that, a
No, no,
lot of
I
these
don't,
things
no,
that are
no, I
being
don't, I don't. No, I'm good.
well, hold on here. Let me put it in a different scenario instead of it being men ain't shit. Let me put it to you like this, or let me sit there and use this for this scenario. The
Okay.
whole Me Too movement, right? All these women that were sitting here that say, they've been raped, they've been sexually harassed, they've been this, and then we sit there and say Me Too, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you sit there and you hear, well, you know what? Men are dangerous, men are considered a threat, and then there's so many men that sits there and says, well, not all men. Okay, so mind you, do you see how that sounds kind of weird? And
No,
if
but
it
what?
doesn't make sense, hold on. If that doesn't make sense, let me put it to you in another scenario. Black lives matter. All lives matter.
Mhm.
You know how literally when we hear, especially being that we had a panel of black folks,
Sure.
just a scenario.
Mhm.
When we sit there and we hear Black Lives Matter, we already understand that literally, we're not saying that all lives don't matter, aka all men ain't shit. We're not saying that all lives don't matter, but we're sitting there and saying we need to sit there and focus on the ones that are sitting there hurting us. We need to
But
sit there and focus on the ones that are doing us. But whenever we hear that you sitting there saying, well, not all men, that's literally the equivalent of us sitting there hearing, well, you know what, all lives matter. And we're sitting there talking about, well, you know what, all lives can't matter if the black ones don't, because aren't we part of our lives? Like, look, all men, whenever we're sitting there hearing, we understand that all men ain't shit. But right now, we also understand that they're not talking about all men. But they don't have to clarify that they're not talking about all men. We already understand that. First of all, if you're sitting there saying all men ain't shit, that's because obviously you were coming from a place of pain as far as the way you feel about a recent relationship. Once again, you ain't had a relationship with me. You ain't had a
Right.
relationship with my husband.
Right.
You didn't have a
Right.
relationship with my
and
cousin or none of that. Therefore,
and
Right.
that they don't have no application in this. Their shit, they need not apply.
sometimes
You know what I mean?
sometimes that all men ain't shit ain't even coming from a relationship view of
Standpoint.
men. For example, you know what I'm saying? I had an associate, she was raped by her brother, raped by her cousin, raped by
Mm-hmm.
her daddy, beat and abused by her husband, raped
Okay.
one time after work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. She just had the rape magnet. I don't know. But you
Right.
know what I'm
She got
saying?
that snatch.
Every man that she knew.
Sorry. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. I take that back. That was rude. I'm sorry.
No, it's not funny because it's just like, but every man that she knew, from her dad to her brother to her cousin and anyone else that molests. So to her, for her, when she says men ain't shit, you're not the type of man that ever even crossed her mind.
Because she didn't know
She's
you
talking
exist
about a
because she was going off
whole
of all of
different
these.
type of man ain't shit. But you
Right.
chose to pick
Well,
it
what?
up. So
Okay.
what I'm saying,
Okay,
in
and that's
her
fine.
world, in
Right.
her world, this woman who is 27 and has been being molested by men
hmm
since she was 4,
You're defending
you
her.
can't convince her that all
hmm
men ain't shit, because every man that was supposed to love and protect her didn't.
hmm
So that
Okay.
falls in the
So what
category
is
of
she?
don't pick up
What
shit
is
that
she?
don't belong
Okay.
to you.
But
hmm
what is she doing? What is she doing to
No, 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 no,
get out of
honey.
hold on?
If
Wait a
she's
minute.
All
Hold
being
the
on.
raped by her
Oh,
daddy,
counseling
wait,
do
wait,
not
wait,
put
wait,
that
wait,
on
wait,
in
wait,
her
her.
wait, wait,
can
wait,
take
wait,
That's
wait,
not her
away.
wait,
responsibility.
wait, wait,
Don't
wait,
do it.
wait, wait. I'm not. I want to be clear.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not minimizing her experience. But what I am saying, what is she doing to be moving forward and making sure
She's
she
an
gets the help
advocate
that
for other young women who have been molested by close family members that were supposed to be in
right. I'm
a
not saying
position of
I
protection.
think that shit is absolutely horrible, and
But you said, what
don't
is she
agree
doing?
with any of
She's
that
doing
shit
her
that happened
part.
to her.
She
So what
advocates.
is
She
she
helps other
doing?
women.
What is
She's
she
done her
doing?
years of counseling. She's done, but that doesn't take away from her brokenness.
Right.
Nothing will ever
Right.
fix that
And what
in
I'm
her,
saying,
even if she can help
is
another
that
young woman.
okay. But
No,
what
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
saying
no.
is okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Some things will be. I'm sorry, K Dot. I'm sorry I did cut you off. I'm sorry, darling.
Go ahead.
Something will fix her, but right now, if she's able to utilize that pain, because here's another part of healing now. A lot of people don't want to fucking deal with, and this is why a lot of people have not tried to heal because they run from this. In order to heal, you have to feel your pain. You have to feel it. You
I
have to
agree.
go through that shit. A lot of
I
people,
agree.
they get scared. They put up walls. They sit there and do shit to protect themselves. And so that way they are numb to shit. And so when other shit happens, they don't even realize the red flags because literally they have a wall here. Okay?
I agree.
That's why a lot. Remember, we were sitting there talking about what is it about your pussy that's attracted to ain't shit niggas? That's
Hmm.
what it is. We have a wall up. And so if we had those walls down and we were able to feel our pain and be able to truly heal our pain and use our pain as a way of being able to release and gain clarity and let that shit go, you will be able
Right.
to sit there and say, okay, well, you know what? These are certain things that he had. These are certain things about me. These are certain these are certain traumatic experiences that are attracting us together, that are bringing us together. So this might not be a good relationship. This might not be a
Right.
good idea.
Right.
But right
So
now,
when are,
she got that ball. She got that wall up,
so
and as long as
when
she
are you
got
going
that
to
wall
take
up,
when
she
are
ain't gonna
you
see that
going to
shit.
take when are you going to take the victimization and turn it into a victory to where you can be a human a breathing walking testimony uh to other females or other males, um because we don't talk about that enough either. We don't talk about how if a man get raped and stuff like that and
hmm
all those
They got
type
to
of
do
things.
the
Because
same
if we
thing
go to
too.
the police station, they'll laugh us right out the fucking
Right,
building.
And that's
And
not
this is what I'm
okay.
saying. And
and
this
it's
is what
not.
I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying on the whole. Men and women are equal. I do not agree with that. and society says otherwise. If we if a female student, I'm sorry, if a female teacher rapes a student, they get a lesser charge. But if a male student, male woman, male teacher rapes a female student, they're there's not the same charges. So you can't say women and men are equal.
Well,
That's
no, no.
absolutely false. And what
What?
I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that let's what I'm trying to get to the nitty gritty is how can we meet to where that in a relation, and this is for people who want to be in a relationship.
Hmm.
Some people don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not knocking you. I want to be very clear. This is for people who want to be in a relationship. But what I'm saying is that you're going to have to get along with the man. You're going to have to get along with the man. And I'm not saying that a man gets to treat you any type of way or get to. I'm not saying that. I'm not
And,
saying
and 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 that's it right
he
there.
gets to
That's it right
he
there.
gets to fall back on his duty, his manly duties, and making sure his woman is secured, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, all those things. The men need and the men need to be honest, especially men from 18 to let's say
Young adulthood.
the late 20s, because the thing is what we have is that a lot of these men, these fuck boys, these pookies and ray rays will lie to women just to get uh and all their attention was just to get the coochie,
Yes,
right?
simp,
And
as we were
but
talking
the
about
thing is,
earlier.
and I think uh Miss Wilson, me and you had this conversation as far as just be fucking honest. Just be honest. Women will respect, and I keep telling. And
We will.
matter of fact, and I hold other men accountable because I held a man accountable, especially for certain situations that you went through. I held that man accountable because I told him he was wrong. At the end of the day, don't waste another woman's time to where that I want to love on you, I want to have a relationship and all that, and all you wanted to do was have relations because at the end of the day, she might have been thinking the same thing.
Right. If you didn't say it,
Mhm.
you
You didn't
didn't
have
say
to
it, you
lie to
didn't
me.
ask.
Well, hell, I
So
wanted the same thing. I just wanted to do it too. But you filling my head up with all this stuff up, and these are the men that I also hold accountable as well.
Well,
This is
let
not okay. You don't
let
need
me
to do.
say
Just be honest.
this. Let me say this. At the
Just be
ends of the
honest.
day, at the ends of the day, I'm
Uh
not
huh.
even gonna sit there and put a. I'm not gonna sit there and put a gender or ethnicity behind this.
Okay.
Everybody needs healing. I'm not just talking about therapists because a lot of times these therapists, they a lot of them are under the thumb. They're paid people under the thumb of either government or the the places that sit there, the pharmaceutical plants. Okay, so when I say therapy, I am all
Right.
for everybody doing their own inner work. Okay, I say inner work because you ain't gotta tell
Okay.
nobody.
I'm with
You
that.
have ways of being able to express yourself. But then again, if you're willing to do the work, and I say willing because, baby, when it comes to real healing, that shit is not for the fucking weak. It's not for the weak hearted, the weak
No, it's
minded.
not.
Because that shit, you're going to have to dig deep. You're going to unearth a whole lot of shit that you didn't even realize was fucking with you, that was bothering you, that you were
Hmm.
carrying. Okay. But also, part of that is the whole talk about holding people accountable. Come on in. My husband and I, we had this conversation with. Hold, hold on. What do you need, baby?
I know my kids keep coming in here too.
You came in here to tell me that, honey. Can you give me some chips, sour cream, onion, please? Thank you.
Oh, hold on,
Sorry,
hold on.
but no, no, no. That's fine. I'm gonna say this while you were doing that. I'm sorry for the interruption, guys. My whole thing is this: a lot of the women out here, they have gotten to the point where they are in a process of healing, and part of that is being able to hold yourself accountable, not hold others accountable, because that's not really your job. It is not my job to go around sitting there and telling somebody whether they are right or wrong. You already know my mindset on a lot of things, K Dot. Look, I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. I place gems everywhere. It is up to you whether to pick the motherfuckers up or
I
whether
don't
to
agree
leave
with
them
that because it wouldn't be with activists.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
That's okay. Once again, even in that, we can agree to disagree. I
Okay.
feel that way about everybody. We don't have to have the same
Okay.
viewpoints. I have an open
I
ear
hear
to
you.
you. We ain't gotta have the
I
same
hear you.
viewpoints. But at the end of the day, it is my job to
I hear
sit
you.
there and give you gems. Regardless of whether you want to pick them up, that's on you. It is not my job to sit there and force you to do shit. AKA, it's the old saying, you can lead a
Okay.
horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That's not my job. My
I
job
agree.
is to whenever
I
I'm
hear.
doing
I
something,
agree.
or whenever I'm saying something that's out of line, my job is to hold me accountable because I said the shit. If I came off rash, harsh, inappropriate, it is there my responsibility to myself.
Hmm.
Now I can't say to others, but right now I'm gonna sit there and focus on me, my heart, my soul. It is my responsibility to sit there and hold that accountability for myself, and to sit there and rectify that. That'll sit there and clear me of any excess baggage, of any excess shit, regardless of whether
Okay.
I think it's going to be major or not.
Okay.
So, with that being said, that's what a lot of people are doing. That's why you have a lot of women out here that literally want to be single, don't mind being single, or sitting there doing the shit and are reanalyzing situations. All right, you you want me in a relationship with you, but what can you offer me? Because obviously I got it under control. What
But
is
well,
it that
here's but see that that's the problem right there. Why does it
I
always
know?
have
That's
to
why I
be?
said that I was
No,
sitting back
see,
around
because
to the
when we
subject.
no, but when we switch that question around, what do you bring to the table? Oh, I am the goddamn table. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I ain't never heard somebody say I am
I
the
think that's
table.
incredibly
Okay.
insulting. I think that's okay, we'll just go there. And I'll just ask a question. Okay, so what can you bring me that you haven't given another man?
That
I'll
part.
wait.
Well, see, if it
I'll
were me,
wait.
now, first of all, I would never say anything like this. But if you were to give me the question,
I've asked when I was in the process of dating, and I would ask these questions. Because at the end of the day, I'm making an investment. If I'm taking you out
If
on a date, that is an investment.
if someone
That is
was to
my
ask
time. That is
me,
my resource. It doesn't matter if I ask you out, but at the end of the day, um, don't sit here and waste my time because I do agree. I don't think look, if you go out on a date with somebody, I think you should be sexually attracted to that person. Period. Because I think that will clear all the wasted time. That doesn't have an inception in my mind that you just wanted a free goddamn meal from me. If you're not sexually attracted to that person, you do not need to be going out on a date with that person.
well, see,
Period.
K Dot,
Period.
here's a
Point blank.
problem with that.
Okay.
Here's the problem with that. You were
And
sitting there
if
and
men
trying to tell,
can't take rejection, then that's on that particular man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
right,
Uh,
give me a moment, sweetheart.
okay.
You were sitting here and trying to dictate what another person does. You were already sitting there and trying to tell another person what they need to do in order to appease you. Once again, it is not their responsibility to sit there and try to do what it is you ask. Now, if they choose to, because that is their choice, if they choose to, then great. But guess what? At the end of the day, that is not their job. Just like it is not your job to sit there and try to be whatever else that these little city girls will use that instead of thoughtlessness. it, you know, it is
With the
not
lyrics is up, we about to discuss these lyrics, brother.
right. It is not your job to sit there and do what it is that she says to do. Once again, if you were to ever ask me, let's
Who
say
is
I was,
she? What are we talking about? Break it down.
huh?
What are you talking about? Who am I? What are we talking about?
I was using the
Oh, okay.
city lady.
The
Okay,
city girls.
yeah,
Absolutely.
but that,
Here's the thing.
honey,
If
it was
I
just
if
a,
I care about if I care about the black image, okay, and if I care about
let me
marriage
finish,
within
honey,
with
before I forget
okay,
what
go
I'm
ahead, go
trying
ahead,
to
go, go
say.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna,
To answer your question, let's say hypothetically I was single and you
okay.
asked me, what is it that I brought to the table? And then, we're going to miss that part altogether. What is it that I can give you that another man has not had? An unbroken version of me.
That's
So,
exactly what I was gonna
so
say.
right now, what you were getting a version of me that no man has ever had. And in me giving you this version, I request to you, please do not break it. Now, understand if
I
you
love
do
that.
break
I
it,
love that.
hold
I'm
on,
with you
hold
on
on,
that.
hold on,
I'm
hold
with you
on.
on that.
Now, understand if
100%.
you
That's
do
what we want to
break it,
hear.
regardless of whether it was intentional or not intentional, I have all the skills I need to sit there and refix my motherfucking stuff. If
And
that means
that's
I gotta do
exactly
2 years
what I was
to
gonna
sit there
say.
and be single, be free, do whatever I feel it is, so I can sit there and get all of the negativity off of me and then sit there and re-heal again, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
But if you sit there and ask
Okay.
me, what do I have to sit there to offer you that no man has ever had,
The
baby?
best me,
The
the
best
best
version
me
of
that
me,
I've
because
ever
no man
And
been.
has
what does
had
that?
the version
And
of me
what
that
does
you're
that?
getting right
Okay.
now.
And that's fine. I need. But the thing is, if we have this conversation, with
I'm married, so we can't
they
have you.
won't
Have to
say that.
say somebody
They'll
else.
be like, nah, I'm just a table. But no, but that's a great answer. A date is
Okay, but
just
that's what I'm saying. So you're
a date is
saying you're
a date is
asking
just
the wrong women. You're
Mm-hmm.
asking the wrong women. So if
just as
you were to
good as
ask a woman and she
young women
says,
go.
I bring to the
Young women
table
go on a
me,
date.
because that would never be an answer that came out of my mouth if a man
That part.
asked me that. I would never.
But
My answer would be
but what I'm
exactly what
saying,
she said. You are getting a healed, healthy, emotionally balanced, mentally stable. You are getting the best
okay,
me that any
and
man
then
has ever
I'm
gotten.
gonna
That's what I would say.
and then
So
and I'm gonna because I'm a person that asks a lot of questions. Okay, so what does that look like? What does that look like? It okay.
I
So you
can I
said that
answer?
I'm getting the best version of you. What skill set or what have you gotten therapy? Have you your brokenness? What if you're saying, oh, well, I am I go through all this particular type of stuff, but I haven't went to therapy. If you're saying
Hold on.
I am right now,
Can I answer that question?
obviously give you an olive branch.
Hold on. Can I ask you that question? Sorry. I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I
answer
think
that
somebody
question.
lost.
You sat there and you said, and I'm sorry. I reiterate the question so that I can have a clear understanding, y'all. I do that a lot. Sorry, my bad. Um,
And I'm sorry, we got to get to the comments too because we get kind of.
right. I'm
And
looking in the
I'm gonna let
comments.
you handle that, Miss.
Okay. Okay. So what
Sometimes
that
I
looks
be
like,
missing the comments, and I don't want people to think that we're
we're not paying no
neglecting y'all.
attention. I got you.
We're not having a
What
real dialogue right now. Go
what
ahead.
that looks like to sit there and have a completely healed version of me. What that looks like. This looks like somebody that is
Yes,
one
I wanna.
more than able to sit there and share with you if you are interested the same skill set. Two, somebody who is able to, regardless of who you dealt with, somebody that is able to now be able to love me enough to love you the way you need to be loved, not the way I want you to be loved, but to love you the way you feel you need to be loved. Now I am more open to be able to receive that information and to be able to give you what your heart
Okay.
and your body and your mind and your spirit, your soul is telling me that you need. Versus,
Okay, but
okay,
I'm gonna need that.
nice.
I mean,
Okay.
that sounds nice. That's cute.
It
But
sounds nice because obviously you ain't never had
it's
it, baby.
cute.
I'm telling you, honey,
It's cute. No,
it's
no, no. I'm not being so. But I need to see the work. What are you? What does that work look like? Did
oh,
you go
give me
to
a second.
therapy?
Hold on.
Did
I got
you
hold up.
what? Okay, that's what I'm asking. Cause I mean, I'm asking you a direct question. I need direct answers. I don't need the sprinkles and
You want hold on. You want to
fairies
know what
and
that
all
looks
that
like?
shit. I need to know
Hold
what
on.
is
I
the
will
work.
give you 15 different journals.
It's like a resume. If
Hold
I'm
on, sir.
asking you, okay, what makes you
Sir,
qualified for
you
this position?
sweetheart, in order to receive
Okay,
an answer, you cannot keep talking if you're gonna
I'm
receive an
sorry. Go
answer.
ahead. I hear you. I hear
Okay?
you.
I have 15 journals like this. Okay,
Hold on.
hold on. Y'all see my bookshelf in the back, right?
Hold on. I'm a.
Okay, y'all see the top row? All of those are journals. Half of the second row,
There we
all of the top journals. Okay,
put it a little bit. There we go. Look, can you put
okay,
it? I can't
all
see
right.
you.
That's
There we go.
okay. That's okay,
Okay,
sir.
there we
Let's say that we were I was single and you were single, and we
go. Okay.
were talking, and I sat there
Right.
and told that exactly to you. You want to
Okay.
know what that looked like?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. All right. How much time you got? Cause I am open. I will let you read everything. How much time you got?
Okay.
Hold on, sir. How much time do you have? I will let you read it all. You want to know what that looks like? You want to know what you're getting into? You want to know what everything's been healed from? I will let you read. Oh, nope, not that one because I'm sorry, that was a brand new one. My bad.
Okay.
Okay, this one. I like to write a lot.
Okay.
Girl, I got a stack of notebooks like that too.
Right.
I
So
do
I
too.
And
mean,
But
that's
you're
what you're saying. What does it look like? It looks
I
like
guess what I'm saying is that what if you're doing okay, if you're telling me that, and this is hypothetical, if you're telling me okay, I'm journaling, which is therapeutic, I would agree. I'm a writer as well. I write all the time. Been writing ever since I was little. Um, but if someone would have asked me the same question, I would have been like, I went to therapy for 3 years. You know, after I got divorced, I went to divorce classes to know how to transition from being a divorcee or a divorced person. I mean, there was a whole textbook. There were seminars on it. I mean, we had to take tests on it. It was. I didn't know it was like this. But in order to transition out of that to where um, that I didn't that I didn't become victimized in my own divorce, I did the work to beca- to to be able to get out of that transition. I did the work. I
well,
did the
see,
assignments. I got the I possessed the necessary resources that I had it so I can be here. I didn't date anybody else for 2 years. I made that
mm-hmm,
very very clear. I did not date anybody, and if anybody
right,
wanted to date me, I made it very clear. Look, I am damaged goods.
mm-hmm.
you guys. I
I am
hate to
damaged
cut it
goods.
short,
Now,
but I
if
gotta
we,
get
now,
ready
if
to
we want
hop
to have a good
off.
time, we can have a good time. We can
Well, no,
have a
she's
good
getting
time,
ready to hop
and
on,
that's
honey.
it. And that's the only thing I can offer you. But I am emotionally unavailable to you.
Well, she's
My
getting ready to
my
hop on.
my emotional intelligence are deflated. There's nothing I can offer you. And I was very upfront and honest with some of it because as soon as they found it out I was
I'm hungry
divorced
now.
or
So.
whatever. There was, oh my god, so many damn DMs. Oh my god, you were my husband
Mm-hmm,
and what the
mm-hmm.
fuck?
I
Wait, we hadn't dated
definitely
since high
enjoyed
school.
it.
Where'd that
I don't
come
know if you
from?
guys
Like,
are frozen. You're frozen on my side.
am I frozen?
Um,
Am I
um,
frozen?
Oh, okay. No, I can hear you guys again now.
Oh, okay. No, I
she was
did.
saying how she
I,
has to go.
oh, dang
Yes,
it.
my kids is
Okay,
looking crazy,
okay,
especially the
okay.
4-year-old.
Before we go,
But
because I want to get
I
to the lyrics
definitely
just real
enjoyed
quick.
it. And you guys can definitely invite me back. I'll come again. Come talk again.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have you back, sis.
Yes,
But
definitely. Just let me
before you
know.
go, can we go over the lyrics real quick? Oh, can
Yes,
we go
take me
to
off the
over the lyrics
screen.
just before you go?
Take me off the
I just want
screen.
to go over the lyrics just real quick. Hold on. Let me exit you out, and then we'll end the show. But it's getting real. It's getting real good. Okay, so you want to go over the lyrics, or do I need to? Can you read it, or
Zoom
do I
in.
need to
Zoom in, honey.
Scroll down.
scroll
Scroll so
down?
we
Scroll
can see
down
some
and
more.
zoom in.
Okay, I'm gonna have you read it because I'm gonna just have you read it.
All right.
I'm gonna zoom it in. I'm gonna zoom it in.
I almost feel like I need to have my daughter in here because she actually know the song. Well, no, she didn't went through I Hate Men,
I don't know how
her
we
little
get rid of this
phase,
man here. I don't know what happened here.
the X.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. There. Oh Jesus!
Click the little
Yeah,
X.
click the
I'm
X.
trying to click the X. It's not
Uh,
not working. Ah,
Not that he kind of looks like Exile though.
damn it.
That's funny.
Okay. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Cause hold on.
He looks like a nerdy version of my husband. That's kind of weird.
Exile. That's my guy. Hold on. Uh, just gonna close other stuff out. That might be.
Okay.
I had a whole lot of. Okay. All right. And I'm trying.
Sorry, you guys. I missed lunch. And honestly, these sour cream and onion chips, man, they
Okay.
fire.
So all right, we're gonna start it right here. I'm gonna just scroll. We'll have to. Okay. It starts right here. Can you read it? Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Real ass, real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag. Hold 5 6 figures. Stripping on my ass. Well, sorry. Stripes on my ass. So he called this pussy tiger. Girl, bye. Sorry. uh, fucking on a scamming ass nigga. Sorry.
Mm.
Fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass nigga. Same group of bitches ain't no adding to the picture. Drop a couple racks. Watch this ass get bigger. Drinking on liquor, and I'm looking at your nigga. This bitch is playing. She gets shot fucking with mine. Sorry. Um, mm. um, if it's money right, he can eat it like a Snicker. Mm, mm. I ain't got no time for your fake ass hoes talking all loud in them fake ass clothes, fake ass shoes, match that fake ass gold. I'm the realest bitch ever to you snake ass hoes. So you a real bitch to a bitch, but you can't be a real bitch to a nigga. Well, I'm sorry.
Right.
If we're dealing with bitches and niggas, this is not my conversation.
So
All I
okay.
know is
Right.
that
So
young
my
lady try to
question
come
is,
around my house with
will
mine. We need to write
right.
her
So
eulogy.
right. So my question is goes back to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Poison.
and she's a city girl. This is the city girls or whatever. This mentality, this whole ideology. I don't need it. I'm over here scamming on dudes. I'm you know beer obviously being sexually irresponsible. Free, free to do whatever you want, but sexually irresponsible. Um, what it goes back. Will it get you married and will it keep you married if you have this particular behavior moving forward? As far as you wanting a relationship and maintaining a successful relationship. If a
Okay.
woman it does everything that's in these lyrics, will will it will it keep a man and will it get a man and will it keep a man
Okay.
and get a
K dot.
man that you want to marry you? So
K dot. First of all, I think we should have used WAP because at least one of the bitches in that is
yeah, we
actually
got it.
married. And the reason why is because
As
after
it
looking at these lyrics, we can't ask if that's going to get you married or keep you married because she already states that she's being fake. She already states her intention, which is literally to sneak, to get to try to cheat someone or try to obtain
okay.
something due to false pretenses and or cheating, right? So, with that already being the first verse, which is already explaining the intent of the
Okay.
entire song, I don't see how anybody, if they
Okay.
knew this was the intent, how they would want to engage in a relationship, much less marriage. I don't know too many people other than this damn show that's on fucking
So that
Lifetime.
would be a no, right?
Hell no. There's a show on Lifetime sitting
Okay.
there talking about some, 30-day marriage or 30-day engagement, but even that, you still have time to get to know the motherfucker. Nah,
Right.
nah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
No.
So that's a no, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, before you go, I know you got to go.
I mean, I
And
would
tell
necessarily,
my nieces and
I would
nephews I said I love them. So good.
no, I mean, I would necessarily say no, but like she had a good example when she said, look at for example, Cardi, you know what I'm saying? She
Mm-hmm.
out here singing these kind of songs, talking about scamming, talking about how
I
she used
agree.
to slip niggas drugs and fuck them and rob them and wooty wooty ticket.
Right,
She
right.
so that all falls back on what I've been saying the entire time. It depends on what you're attracted to. Like some
What?
people,
No, no, but no. But that's still a subjective answer. What I'm saying, I'm talking about that's a yes or no. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the mentality of city girls. Will it get a man or and will it keep a man? Because at
Honey,
the
she
end of
ain't
the
got a
day,
man. Look at the rappers. Neither one of them got
no,
men.
I
So
know.
honestly, I don't
Well,
think that was a valid
no,
one.
no. Now, one of them do. One of them do. One of them got
okay,
what's his
look
name?
at all the shit type
Uzi
like she
Vert.
said
Uzi
though.
Vert.
Look at
And
Nikki,
it's
all the
crazy
shit
because
Nikki was
she's
saying and how
completely
she rap and how
opposite.
she came out.
Right, she's completely opposite of what she raps about. She's very submissive to Uzi Vert. And matter of fact, she actually corrected a few people who tried to come for Uzi Vert in their relationship. She was just like, "That's my fucking relationship. That's my man," and blah 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 blah. And but what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, she's secretly competing because she's putting all these lyrics out for, and this is what we talked about earlier, Mrs. Havoc, keeping y'all away from her man. So yeah, y'all go ahead, be liberated and be sexually irresponsible and do all this other stuff, um, and scam men and all that type stuff. Just leave my man alone, because I know he's not gonna want to fuck y'all. As far as on a relationship type tip,
And this is what
so
y'all
I'll
have to
just
offer.
spew
Right.
I'll spew out these misguided lyrics to get y'all to go over there and stay single. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that will behavior can and get you a ring is what I'm asking. Yes or
You're
no,
breaking up real bad. I didn't hear that.
Mrs. Wilson?
You were
Miss
choppy.
Wilson. Okay.
Can
Well,
this
I said
behavior get you a
the
ring?
behavior of these lyrics will get
From
will
the
get
right
you a
man,
ring
yes.
and a marriage certificate, and will it keep you
Yes.
married?
That's my answer. From the right man,
Yes.
yes.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
From the
It
right
can.
man, yes.
Actually, I agree. I
I don't know.
disagree with
I
that.
don't know
I
what
think
planet
from the
y'all live
wrong
on, but
man.
okay.
I think from the wrong man. Yes. Because
Well,
if you're doing everything in these lyrics, men
Okay.
ain't stupid. Okay.
well, I
Okay.
If you
I I wouldn't say he was
Right.
right as in
So you're
right
saying
because
this
like you
will be
said the whole
acceptable
toxic
to it.
that would
I'm
just
talking
be a
about
ball of toxicity,
okay,
but
so
that's the
let,
right
right man for
let me
for
her.
you.
okay,
Okay, I got you.
let
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
Yeah.
restate
ain't
this.
shit right about it,
Let me
but that's
restate this.
right for
Right.
you.
Will this keep this behavior, will it keep a good man? Would you get a good man being this particular a good man? Will will it keep and
When you change the question and you put the word good in there, no.
okay,
But will
For
it
okay,
get
good.
you and
that's
can
fair.
it get you and keep you a man in just in general? Yes. But can it get
Mhm.
you a man that's worth keeping and having? Probably not.
Mm,
Okay,
exactly. I agree.
okay, that's fair. And I want to thank you for being on the show, and I appreciate the back and forth. I think we needed it. Again. We're just having a conversation. I think this is healthy dialogue. I think this was. I told you the show was gonna be lit tonight, y'all. I told you the show was gonna be lit tonight, and uh, I love you, Miss Wilson. Thank you, my sister,
Love
from
you
another
too.
I love
mister.
you too, Miss
And tell
Wilson.
Love you
Because
too.
we
It was
think
and
nice
alike.
tell and
Hey,
meeting
tell
girl.
you.
tell my niece and nephew I said what's up. I love them. And, we going. We supposed to do a movie now, Mike. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to that. We supposed
I
to do a
don't
movie now. I
know.
don't know what
Whenever
happened.
you ready though,
Okay, I'll
I
bring
want to go.
Caden.
I'm just
you
saying. Sorry.
you
We
can
can
look
all
whenever
listen.
y'all ready.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was kind of loud. My bad.
Okay. Well, have a good night, and like I said, when we have another show, we will. I'll definitely let you know because I definitely want you on the panel because you keep 100%. You keep it honest. So I appreciate that.
Oh yes, definitely.
Hmm. I have somebody else I think you guys might like if I can ever get her up on the
All right.
show too.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye, Miss Wilson.
Okay. My son. All right. Let's see. Let's get back. Okay. Um.
AK out of
Okay.
Disney.
Come
Where
on.
you, buddy?
I don't know why my computer. I don't know why this computer acting like this. Come on. Trying to get out of there. I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on. I'm doing it wrong. Hold on. Hold on, Ms. Abby. We have technical difficulties. Hold on.
That's okay. I
Uh,
think I have
there you
another
go. There we
person.
go. Now we back. Now we back.
I
Okay.
think I have another person that may be interested in some of our panels, and I love her insight. And if I can,
Okay.
um, I'm doing some podcasts with her, so I have to go ahead and get her in here on the
Okay.
YouTube, and I'm probably going to introduce her on my panel,
Yeah.
and then I'll probably call you so you can come in and we can have a discussion. Because I
Yeah.
don't know how.
And man, you should be proud of me, man. I did it by myself. I ain't need no help. No, I'm
Yes,
playing.
you did.
I love y'all ladies. I love y'all. But no, it's important that we have the conversation. Some of the conversation we were able to leave the table agreeing. Some of the conversation we weren't able to agree, and that's okay. That's all right. As long as people are getting educated
Right.
and making it do within their relationship,
Yes.
and I'm gonna say, uh, that this behavior will not get a man, uh, whether it be good or bad, and just my opinion. Um, but definitely not good man. You will not get a good man uh, with the city girl mentality or ideology. But yeah, I
Honestly,
just
I think it will get a man for the simple fact that depending on where that man is in their life, if they just want to sit there and smash, and sit there and stunt on the women, to sit there and kind of like boast and brag or be able to show off their wealth, then yes. Because
but
if you
when I
notice,
I guess
hold,
what I'm
hold on,
saying, I'm talking about the man that they want though. Because if it's a bad man, it's not the man that they want.
well, no, no, no. What they want, they don't see them as bad or good. Like the lyric said, she want a man with six figures. She don't give a fuck how he got it. She don't care what his ambitions are, what he's planning on doing with it, if he has any ambitions. We don't care if it was legal or not legal. There's a whole lot of different variations in that. She just said she wanted somebody with six figures. And she was going to try to do this and that to sit there and try to sleep with them once again, with the mindset of being able to obtain said figures. Now, mind you, with the bad man, we're not going to really say bad, but just with your average, well, a man with that does not have good intentions for this young woman, as this woman does not have good intentions for this man. Yeah, he gonna give her some dick. He gonna make sure he wrapped it up. He cleaned his shit up. You know what I mean? He gonna protect himself. But yeah, since all the bitch
Okay.
wanted some dick, he gonna get a bitch some dick. Ain't gonna get a bitch a coffee.
Okay.
Ain't gonna do
Okay.
shit else. If he feels like he has
Okay.
to sit there and go and get her nail done for freaking $30, because honestly, let's be real, it don't cost no fucking $100 for somebody to get their nails done. But if you
Okay.
want to sit there and get this girl $30, but in the process, be sitting here stunting all these fucking thousands, like I said, tax season is coming up, y'all. So we about to sit there and get a whole lot of fake ass six-figure niggas out here. Okay. But
You
with
ain't
that being
lying.
said,
You is not lying.
but you know what I mean?
You
He
is
can
not.
sit there and give her fucking $10 to go and get her fucking ass
Okay.
Starbucks. And guess what? He gonna sit there and get some D, or he gonna give her some D. Go ahead and and be able to release his whatever. She gonna sit there and think she did something. He gonna ghost her ass and not call her back. So as far as I'm concerned, since both of them have ill intent, they giving each other what the fuck they want. Now we're not sitting there and talking about,
And that's
the skill.
toxicity, right?
Exactly. We're not talking about the skills for actual relationship. We're talking about the skills just to get exactly what the lyric said. She wanted a six-figure nigga.
I guess
She didn't she didn't
right.
specify whether she wanted this nigga for 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 years. She didn't specify that shit. She just said she wanted a 6-figure nigga, right?
Right.
Okay.
I hear you. So I guess that's what I was referring to. That's what I meant. Like in a relationship, this mentality. I'm talking about reality. In reality,
Right.
it's not going to get you a marriage. It's not. If you keep thinking like this, it's just not.
Mhm.
But I do have a video I want both of us to watch. This is my first time watching it too, and I
Okay.
want your honest. I want your honest take on it. And mind you, this
All
is
right.
another woman. I love this woman. She's great. Her name is Dee Dee. She has a YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to her. She's
Okay.
also part of the manosphere, and she also holds other women accountable for their behavior.
All
Um,
right. Let's see.
and
I
I
will
want
mute
to be very
myself.
clear. I want to be very clear. Uh, how do you say her name? Ayana Lazam. Izam.
I have no clue.
She was on the OWN network.
Oh, Iana.
Iana, yeah,
Iana.
Iana
It's so like
Azam, right?
Iana. Yeah.
Love,
Mm-hmm.
love that woman.
Me too.
And a few other women who had pretty much etiquette training as far as how to approach men and what are men looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And these are black women. Quit doing it because they got death threats because they held women accountable. And this is what I'm talking about. Where this is serious. The modernized women don't want to be held accountable, and because if you don't agree with them or anything like that, they want to beat your ass or do something like that. But that's neither here or there. But I want to
Well,
play the
well,
video.
well. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Just and once again, this is
Go
just
ahead.
me. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, I'm not. And you guys might disagree, and that's once again that's fine. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna waste my time with a modernized woman because, honey, even if I'm single, let's say, well, I don't even want to put it out there, but if anything happens to my husband today, let's say this.
Uh huh.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna waste my time with a modernized woman. I need y'all in my life because guess what? When that 6-figure nigga, as y'all sat there and put in the lyrics, when he actually sees a lady, I don't have
Mm.
to do anything to sit there and outshine you. My presence alone
Hello.
does it. So,
Hello.
so with that being said, I mean,
Hello.
continue. I mean, I'm not gonna
This
check
is
you,
what
but
I'm
I'm not gonna do
saying.
nothing because
But this is what I'm saying.
as far as I'm
This is
concerned,
why
you all are
you
my
are their
competition.
if you were to
Look,
be single, right? If you were to be single, you
mhm,
are their competition, and they're not
exactly.
realizing that. They're not
And you know what?
realizing that
Hey,
you're
I don't know what race you get where the competition is letting the competition know I'm the competition. If
right.
there is a way I don't have to let y'all know shit, understand, baby, I'm as quiet as a motherfucking church mouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and do me.
You better go ahead and preach that shit. You better say it louder.
Okay.
God damn
It
it.
ain't my job to sit there and school you. It ain't my job to sit there and teach you nothing. It ain't my job
No.
to check you or none of that
Okay.
shit. But understand, honey, when I walk in the room, my presence will be known. We can sit there
Hello.
and say it's the Leo in me. We can say it's the Alpha in me. We can sit there and
Hello.
say it's the God in me. You can call it whatever you want.
Modernized women, you
But
better be paying attention.
at the end of the
Okay.
day, I guarantee you, this man can sit there and go through tons of women. And I say this from experience, not from
Okay.
talking shit. I
Okay.
say this from being in a strip club and having all these other girls I used to call Malibu Barbie that are walking around only covering up nipples and little areas. And I'm coming around in a motherfucking gown, fully dressed, and I'm the one they instantly go to because one, I stand out automatically. I ain't doing nothing different. Look, I can
Right.
sit there and tell these girls to sit there and put clothes on. More is less, less is more. But at the end of the day, that ain't my motherfucking job. We here to work. My job is to sit there and get bread. My job is not to teach you how to sit there and get bread. You get it how
Hello.
you get it.
Ooh.
Best believe I'm gonna get it how I get it. If you feel like you got to sit there and suck somebody dick for some bread,
Oh.
kudos to you. I'm not knocking you by all means, baby. Get your hustle, do your thing, boo boo. But
Uh-huh.
understand, all I got to do is sit there and have a conversation, and my conversation is worth 10 racks. While you sitting here
Facts.
trying to suck somebody's dick for $25, we are not the
Facts.
same. So, with
Facts.
that being said, baby, do you? It is not my job to sit there and teach you shit. If you
Facts.
want to learn, you'll watch a queen. If you want to learn, you'll sit there and pick up shit.
Okay.
But at the end
Okay.
of the day, baby, that's not my job.
All right.
By
All
all
right.
means, do you.
And see that's why she's my co-host. Because she knows what the fuck she's talking about. Um, and I got the video loaded, and
All
I
right,
want to
I'm
know
gonna go
what
ahead
your
and go on
thoughts
mute.
are. Oh, all right. I think. All right. Hold on. Let me play it. All right, guys. And without further ado, here is the video.
What up, guys? It's your girl Dee and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing well. So I am back with another video. This is coming from the Crew Season. Make sure you check them out. I'll put a link to their channel in the description. So make sure you go over and support them if you haven't already. So I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys chime in the comments. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think of this video. So we're going to just jump right into it. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Here we go.
I can literally give you everything and you'll never be satisfied.
Your idea of everything is relative to you. It's not me. And that's where y'all get the shit wrong. Y'all come and think, okay, I'm giving him what I think is everything. No, what does he think?
That's echoing like really, really bad. K-Dot, I don't know what's
Loaded.
going on.
There you go.
Hey, can you
I'm
send me
sorry.
the link?
Did y'all hear that?
No, we didn't. Can you send me the link
Okay,
and
hold
I'll
on.
go ahead and I'll
Yeah.
share my screen?
Can you do that?
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'll do. I don't know. That's the second time that's happened. I don't know what's going on. I apologize.
All right. Send me the link in private and I'll go ahead and post it on mine. Yay,
Yep.
having dual monitors.
I'll do that right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I
got
just sent it to you.
Yeah, I got it. Give me a second.
All right. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Yeah. So let me get out of here. Stop the screen. Uh, But yeah, man, that was getting good.
I didn't even hear it, so
Oh, okay. You didn't hear it at all?
no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to go ahead and share mine.
Can you? All right.
I'm gonna have to sit there and turn my.
I can. All you gotta do is post it, and I'll bring you on.
Yeah, I
Do you know how
gotta
to
turn
do
my.
that?
Yeah, I'm about to do it now. I had to turn my volume up.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. Okay, here it is.
All right. Hold on. Oh, hold on. There we go. There we go.
What up, guys? It's your girl Dee and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing well. So I am back with another video. This is coming from the Crew Season. Make sure you check them out. I'll put a link to their channel in the description. So make sure you go over and support them if you haven't already. So I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys chime in the comments. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think of this video. So we're going to just jump right into it. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Here we go.
I can literally give you everything and you'll never be satisfied.
Your idea of everything is relative to you. It's not me. And that's where y'all get the shit wrong. Y'all come in and think, okay, I'm giving him what I think is everything. No, what does he think,
A
though?
woman can cook, clean, not ask you for much, not get on your nerves, vibe with you.
Whoa. Stop.
You still
Wait. Stop right there. When you said don't get on your nerves, that's how I knew you was lying. That's how I knew you was lying. Let me tell you right there, before you go any further with the lie.
All right, so y'all heard what she had to say. She basically saying, listen, she could literally give a man everything, cook, clean, do all this, and he's never satisfied. Listen, I think that's person specific. That's the relationships you may have been in, but that doesn't represent all men. And honestly, that sounds like women. Women are the ones in most cases who are never satisfied, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. You know, a man could do all these things for you, all that you want, and you still find something to pick at and nag at and discredit them for it. It's like men can never do anything right when it comes to women. And to me, what she's saying reigns more true with women, honestly. And I'm not even bullshitting y'all. I believe this is because I've seen it. And you have men who will bend over backwards for women, and they are the ones who are never satisfied. That's why the men have to bend over backwards, because he's trying to do all that he can to please these women and get it right, but he can never ever get it right. It's always a problem. And this whole idea that, oh, men can't be satisfied, this all stems from women not knowing what men really want. And from my experience, men are very simple. We tend to overthink what we think men want, and we try to do all these extra things and all these things, and that's not really what they want. And the things that they want, we tend to run away from. We can't fathom that it's so simple, that this is all he wants. He want to be sometimes left alone, like he just want a peace of mind. Sometimes he just want to chill and do his own thing for a bit. Sometimes men just want peace. They just want a little quiet time. What's wrong with that? They're not asking for much. But on the other hand, you have women who are asking for the world and then some, and still complain. It's never enough. A lot of women don't focus on what men want. They don't take the time out to know and try to understand men. And I think that's a real big problem, especially when it comes to relationships. That's why there's such a big disconnect. Women don't understand men. They think men think like they do. They think that because they have these feelings and these emotions and how they would do things and how they would go about it is that, and they feel that that's the way that men should handle things. But you can't expect a man to react and do things the way a woman would. They're not the same. And I think women don't forget that, and they don't understand. A man is a man. He's not a woman. He's not going to think like a woman. And I think that is what's so frustrating, why women get so frustrated and they call the relationships toxic, because they expect this man to do things like they would do. They expect this man to think like they think. They expect him to do things like they would do it. And when he doesn't do it that way, it pisses them off and they don't know what to do. And they think, oh, well, he's the problem. No, he's a man, baby. Just like you're a woman. You don't expect men to think like, but then on the flip side, if you had what they call these feminine men, a man who did think like you and act like you and did the things that you did, then you will be saying he's gay. You'll be saying, oh, he was too feminine. He wasn't man enough for me. But when you get a man who is man enough, that's not to your liking either, because you expect him to be manly but do things feminine as well. You can't have it. You can't do it. It don't work like that. So you get a masculine man who's nothing but man, masculine. He doing things straight up the man way. Y'all have a problem with it because it's not what you really want. You want a man to be feminine and masculine. You want him to do things like you would do and be manly and protect and provide and do all this. You can't expect a man to be that would be considered a male chameleon, right? A man who can jump back and forth. He can be feminine when you want him to be, and then masculine when you need him to be. Y'all think men could just jump back and forth like that? Like women always talk about, oh, I could switch up when I want. No, you're either one or the other. Either you're a feminine woman or you're a masculine woman. Ain't no jumping back and forth, because that's why they call them chameleons, because you're pretending like you're one thing when you're not. And ain't no such thing as jumping back and forth. I can be feminine for a good man. I can be, no, if you're not feeling feminine the whole time, you're not a feminine woman. You're a masculine woman. And just same thing for men. If the man is masculine, he's masculine. He can't jump back and forth and be feminine at will. Oh, and do the feminine shit when you want him to do it, and then he jump back masculine when you want. That's crazy to expect that from somebody and think that that's realistic. That is crazy as hell, baby. You can't make it up. But I just would love for the women who do this just to, look. I'm not asking for you to be a rocket scientist or anything that's crazy. Just acknowledge that you maybe have picked the wrong relationships, or if you didn't pick the wrong relationships, you met a guy and he wasn't what you thought and it was a bad situation. Move on from that relationship, but don't paint if it wasn't good, because I'm never going to say all men are perfect, and just like I say all women aren't. But you have to be realistic and be fair in your speech and what you put out there, and own up to the fact that, hey, the relationships that I've been in were toxic, but guess what? I was toxic as well. I was not 100% in that relationship either. I wasn't, Miss Squeaky Clean either. So we both had issues and we both needed working on. And don't put all the blame on that one person. Take accountability for you, as well as he should take accountability for his actions as well. But a lot of women tend to exclude themselves and exclude their behavior and exclude what they had going on, and just solely put it on the man, and that's not fair. And they know, and they walk away knowing that they had issues in that. When they want to admit it, they will. in a joking manner. They laugh about it. Oh, I did treat him bad, but then justify it. I've seen women do it. You hate to admit it in the beginning, but later on you jokingly discuss it with your friends and talk about how you know you was wrong, but you hated to admit it. And that's a problem. But listen, like I said, overall it's gonna be a problem for you in the end, because when you keep going from relationship to relationship and nobody want to deal with you, that's gonna be on you. But baby, let me know what y'all think of this video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all know what it is. Also, if you're new here, you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Go ahead and join the fam, you guys. And that is it. That is all I have for this video. That's my 2 cents. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Be safe out here in the streets, and I'll check you in the next one. Bye.
All right.
Okay.
That was DD. What do you feel? That's how we gonna end the show off.
I will say this. Let me turn down my volume. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I agree with a lot of things she said, but I do not agree with everything. I honestly, with her pretty much sitting there and telling women out there, especially when it comes to relationships, hold yourself accountable as well as you sitting there trying to put everything on a man. I agree with that 100%. First of all, a relationship it takes two to tango, not just two to fuck. You can't have a relationship by your motherfucking self. Okay. So that being said, if something is not going right in a relationship, the least you can do is check yourself as far as the shit that you are accountable for, and then hold yourself accountable. Okay, so I agree with her 100% with that. I also agree with her 100% on the fact that we are not the same. Men's needs are different than women. Women cannot expect to sit there and literally have a woman dealing with a woman unless you are in a lesbian relationship. Okay? That's one of the things you constantly hear me say, K-Dot. I can't speak on a man. I can't sit there and talk about shit from a man's perspective because I'm not a man. I understand that my wiring is a bit different because I was born with this beautiful vagina. So, with that being said, as well as these beautiful chromosomes, you feel me? So, with that being said,
Okay, I
I
hear
agree
you.
100% on that.
I agree with. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know you were done.
Now, here's where I disagree. Some of that I think
Okay.
she's rejecting. Just like we say, you know what, for a lot of women, it's the men that you deal with. I'm also going to sit there and say this. Not all women are like that. And I understand this is this is the same thing that you said earlier. The reason I'm speaking on this is because honestly, I like where her head is at. Her head is at a decent place to where I could have a one-on-one conversation with her happily.
Yeah, she's married too. She's married too.
Right. So with that being said,
DD, she's married.
it's starting to. I'm starting to wonder, being that she's sitting there saying she's heard women say this, what kind of women are you putting yourself around? Because the women I'm putting myself around, baby, whenever it comes to relationships, we're going to be the first one to sit there and say, hey, if there was ever an issue, and honestly, it's going to take some work to even get that out because we married couples, we keep certain things to ourselves.
We have to. We have
exactly.
to.
Just that, and that is to protect our relationship. Okay.
Right. I would never went to my parents or anything
Right.
or
we
about
don't do that either.
my marriage. That's a whole different other thing.
It's a whole nother ballgame, right? So whenever it comes to that, here, as far as me, I hold myself accountable. I understand I am not the easiest to love. It looks like that now because
I know that wasn't saying that you weren't getting that in the comment section.
But
People love you, Liza.
it's okay. But my whole thing is this: like at the end of the day, I understand I'm not the easiest to love. Even though, a whole lot of people think I am. And it's not really that they want me. They want what they see me and my husband have to understand there's two things you got to understand. If I were to be with anybody else, there is still no guarantee that literally me being with somebody else, I would sit there and have the same relationship I got with this man.
Right.
Okay. So that's for all those that are like, oh my goodness, I love her. I love him. I want to be with them. I want to be with her. Now, you want what you see them having with other people. And honestly, a lot of times, you don't see the amount of work that's put in that shit to get it that way. Because that shit, they did not just wake up that morning and decide, look here, we're gonna sit there and collaborate like a beautiful ass fucking song and make it work. I mean,
Right.
we could have wanted to. That's not how life works, though.
Right.
So I think honestly, with some of that, she was doing some projection. She was kind of projecting some things that she inwardly believes onto other women. Which honestly, I don't think projection of any kind is healthy, because the projection is literally certain aspects you see in other people. You see those because you have those in you. That's how you're able to recognize it.
Hmm.
So whenever there's a whole lot of negativity instead of anything positive, I don't think that's great. So, and I did notice that there was a lot of projection there. Um, but as far as generally what she's saying, the things that men like versus the things that women like, we are not the same. And I think that women do need to back off a little bit, or not only back off, but we need to come from a place of love and be able to listen to our other significant other. Now, let me specify. When I say listen, I don't mean, yeah, she talking. She just saying words though. But I hear her talking. She making noise. She ain't shut up yet. I hear her voice. That's not listening. Okay. You know that what do they call that? Um when you can sit there and you have selective hearing. That's what they call that. That's selective hearing, when that shit turns off and it turns
Oh,
back on.
okay.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about whenever you're coming from a place of understanding. You want to
Okay.
sit there and try to understand this other person. And even if it sounds like apples to oranges to you, you are still trying to understand.
Right.
Then, okay, if my husband is sitting there saying, babe, right now, you know what? I just need some peace. I understand you've had a long day. I get it. And I'm sorry that I can't be of help right now. I had a long day too. I need some peace. Okay, baby, look, I got you. Okay. And then the first thing you're gonna hear me sit there and say is, all right, kids, either up to your bedroom, y'all can find something to do, or come downstairs, leave your daddy alone. Make sure
Hmm.
daddy already has something to eat. Make sure, look, do you want a bed? Do you want this? Honey, if you need to lay down, the bed is there. Do you want to play a game? What kind of show do you want? Whatever you need, I got you. Because I understand I have days like that, and this man has done nothing less for me. Now, I'm not saying that's
Yeah.
every relationship, but
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I'm with mine. Because mine spoils me the way I spoil him, and I never have to ask or beg for it. Okay?
Right.
So,
Right.
with that being, matter of fact, right now, my kids are sitting here going ape shit right outside my door, and he making sure to sit there and keep them quiet so I can sit there and do this panel.
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean, right. I hear you. I get. But here's the thing. And I would do the same thing. Like if my lady wasn't feeling that
right,
well, and I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, and because we live in two different places, I'm gonna help her out. I'm gonna make sure that she good.
right,
I'm gonna nurse her back to health. I'm gonna, I clean the house, or even though it's not my house, I don't care.
right,
Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna make sure that she's good and accommodated for her,
exactly,
so she can focus on getting well. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
And like I said, I advocate for good men. And
right.
and the thing is, my sister was talking about the whole energy not giving it, and absolutely not. I don't. I feel that you have the right to say what you said, and I have a right to respond or to get a better clarification of what you stated. That's why I
Mhm.
ask questions. I don't just always just go with statements. I always try to get asked questions to get better clarification, so I can get a
A
better
better
understand
understanding.
of what we're trying to accomplish here. And the thing is, that's what successful relationships look like. And I just I just want to see more people together. And I know you want to see more people together as well. You know what I'm saying? I want
Um,
because I
okay,
think
when it comes to me, honestly, I have,
I don't want to
and
speak for you. I'm sorry.
no, you're okay. Just for the record, instead of saying understanding, I'm gonna start saying understanding. So when you hear me say that, now you all know what it means.
Okay.
But for me, I want to see happiness. If you need to be by yourself to be happy, that's what I want to see. If you
Okay.
can literally be in a place where you are able to be in your own happiness and then find a partner to join in on that happiness or to share that happiness with you. Not to sit there and say it is their responsibility to make you happy. It is their responsibility to keep you happy. That is your responsibility. And that is
Right.
for both counterparts. Now, understand, I'm not sitting there or understand, I'm not saying one or the other. That is
No,
for
I
both
agree.
counterparts.
I agree.
I
100%.
want to see happiness. That's what I want to see. There is so much hatred and violence and everything else. We have enough of that being spewed onto us. We do not
I
need to
agree.
sit there and have that coming out of us. We don't.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
So if
And
you need to
yeah,
be single and be happy, great. I'm gonna assume you're doing healing because I need y'all to understand one more thing. You guys, just because you are single and shit is going well does not exactly mean you happy. That just means
I
that you
agree.
are content with the
I
way your
agree.
life is.
I agree.
Contentment and happiness are not the fucking same. I'm gonna say
I
that one
agree.
more again for the motherfuckers in the back.
In the back.
Happiness and contentment are not the fucking same.
I agree.
Okay? Contentment dwells where you are willing to settle. Happiness cannot dwell there. Okay? Contentment is where you are willing to tolerate, you are willing to put up with. Happiness cannot dwell in the same space.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I say happiness, I mean you are free and clear from past shit, current shit, potentially future shit, depending on how you do your shit. Okay? You are free, clear, under control, just like the fucking
Right.
commercial says. That's the shit I'm talking about. To where not only do you have to worry about not settling, nobody that you will have to settle for will even have interest in coming in your space because your shit is way up here.
Right.
Okay? So you won't even find him attractive no more. That's not even gonna, once again, people are attracted due to their trauma. If y'all ain't got the same trauma, you ain't even gonna sit there and have nothing to vibe with them about. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Once
Makes
somebody
perfect.
heals, put it like this in a relationship, when somebody heals and somebody has not, here's why there's problems. Because whenever the relationship started, you all had compatibility, you all had shit in common. Okay? When somebody heals, y'all no longer have that shit in common. That's why we have fucking issues. That's why the shit don't work. I want to see people happy. So this way, when two motherfuckers are happy because y'all did y'all healing, baby, y'all up here. And y'all not gonna have the conversation of, you know what, I don't want somebody cheating. I don't
Right.
want somebody doing this. I don't want to have to settle. I don't want to have to do, you ain't gonna have to have that
Right.
conversation. Cause spiritually, y'all up here. To where that's not even the fucking issue. Y'all have healed from that. So now you all are open to receiving love as well as giving it. Y'all up here. Y'all ain't
Okay.
gonna be able to even speak the same language of the little people. Consider
Okay.
yourself kings and queens in the castle. Y'all can look down on these motherfuckers all day long, but all they can do is look up. They can't sit there and look across and see you.
I hear you.
That's
And
what I want. So if you gotta
well,
be single for a minute, baby, be single. Live your best
and
fucking
that's
life.
yeah.
If you in a relationship and y'all are here, or you guys have an interest of getting here, so y'all want to sit there and do work together, even if you want to do work by yourself and then come together later on in the process to sit there and try to see how we can make this shit happen. That's the shit I want to see. If that
All right.
means that we got ain't shit motherfuckers, and yes, this means some people that see themselves as good people but carry on baggage of ain't shit, which means
Right.
whenever I get in a relationship, you all
Right.
are spitting ain't shit. You all are projecting ain't shit. No matter how good of people y'all are, those are the motherfuckers that need to sit down, take a minute, take a
Right.
chill, smoke a blunt, smoke a cigarette, have a drink, do whatever the fuck it is you need to do. After you are there, after you are calm, go ahead and do some healing. If you don't want to, believe me, it's not a secret. You're not hiding. Everybody around you can see it, and everybody around you can feel it.
All right.
So
Well,
that's
you
what I
heard.
was saying. Oh,
So
and one more thing
I
before
will.
go ahead.
We getting ready to end the show.
Okay.
But before I let you go, my co-host, and I appreciate you doing this with me. And I wouldn't want to do it with any other person than you because you're gonna give me the real, and you know I'm gonna give you the real too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes. If I feel something, I'm gonna feel it, and same for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
But
like you. You
that
don't back down, even if
right,
you
I
get a
think
little bit
that's
of
what
pressure.
makes absolutely, and I think that's what makes the conversation, because this is the conversation, uh, authentic. So I want to leave, guys. Before we go, if you guys love what we do, please support us. Support the channel. Go to DJ K dot or dollar sign DJ K dot 123 on my Cash App. And Eliza, can you please
And
shout out
mine is
your
dollar
Cash
sign
App real
Eliza Havoc. The same way my name is up here without the space.
There we go. And if you love what we do, we want to have more discussions. We want to. We actually want to bring. I actually want to bring. I want to have discussions with married people too, as well. It's together and their viewpoints, not just one and the other. I want to have together more of those conversations. Uh, I even kind of want to dib and dabble in the poly. I want to know what their view
Oh,
is on
polyamorous.
relationship because
I
yeah,
got a
I mean
few
I think that'd
friends.
be cool, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear
Well,
what
I
they
got a
got to
few friends
say.
that are
It's still a
polyamorous. So
relationship. Yeah, it's still a relationship. I just want to know how. I mean, you got to be
how
strong to be in that.
well,
You
I just
avoid
want to know the
insecurity.
dynamic and
You have no type of
how these same
insecurity in
things
that
that
relationship.
bother us, how it affects them in their dynamic of their relationship. Because
Right.
some people get
And
in
I,
for the
I
wrong
think I might
reasons.
have I think I might have a couple in mind. I used to date his cousin, so and they're in the poly community. So I'm gonna see if we could try to get interview them and pick their brains a little bit. And I think that'll be pretty interesting. That's gonna be a lit show too. I think this show keeps getting better and better and bigger and bigger. And we should
I'm just
thank
saying
you
I'm all for having multiple husbands, but my husband doesn't. He doesn't like that idea.
guys. So
So
please leave us with your final thoughts. You have 30 seconds and go.
okay, my final thoughts, honestly, is there's a whole lot of ideology out there that says a whole lot of things. At the end of the day, you can follow whatever it is you want to follow, but understand it's not so much about your choice. It's more so about your choice with the understanding of the conclusions. With my kids, I always give them a choice, but I also make them aware of the conclusion so that they can go ahead and make a valid choice. As adults, we don't have that. So understand at any time, everything is a choice. And if you don't like something, change it. If you want to be happy, do what you need to make you happy, whatever that may be. But you are never responsible for somebody else, and somebody else is not responsible for you. Part of that is taking ownership to your own shit. Once you're able to do that, you'll be able to actually sit there and get that happiness that you're actually seeking. Well,
Okay.
in stone.
And I appreciate Mrs. Havoc for being here. And but just to let you know, she is married. Okay, she's taken.
I am.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry. Okay, she's very much happy. Okay. All right.
Yes.
And I'm happy too. I got a wonderful woman. And, we have conversations like this all the time. Um, I would consider my woman to be very submissive. And but she definitely takes care of me, and I take care of her, and um, she's gonna be happy because she's doing everything that she needs to do to get that ring and that marriage certificate. And and I love her to death, and I appreciate you. Shout out to her. Um, but yeah, I thank you for having the conversation. You this is the second episode of the conversation, grown folks,
Yes.
relationships and relations. Okay, again, I know it's a long ass title, but it's called the
Grown and
conversation
sexy
with grown
relations and
folks.
relationships.
This relations and relationships, right? Because we're gonna be talking about just doing the deed too. Because
Doing the deed,
we were
doing the
all there.
nasty, doing the dirty, doing the
Yeah.
beautiful.
Right, right. We're gonna be talking about I would really love to bring a sexologist up here. I think you need to handle that one. I know you probably know somebody in that community.
Look, bring me a sexologist and I'm having 15 more kids. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're gonna have the conversation, and sometimes the conversation's a little rough. Yeah, sure, whatever. But at the end of the day, we leave respecting each other and more educated, because we had the conversation. Thank you to my co-host, uh, Miss Eliza Havoc, Mrs. Eliza Havoc. Appreciate you
Yes.
being here. And again, please go ahead and support that Cash App. Until next time, it's your boy DJ K Dot
Eliza Havoc.
and this is the conversation. Love y'all, and we out. One.